All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're with us for Game 2, thank you for tuning in with us. I'm Bo McMichael with the Score 58 Network, live here at the Jaguar Community Center. We just witnessed a Tiger debacle taking down the Riverdale Spartans 28-0. Felt like it was a game, and then it turned into not a game. But we got a showdown between the Doomsday Division of the IAFL. That is the Georgia Thrashers, who are undefeated. They don't know the word loss. And the Metro Atlanta Horsemen, who came after their first loss before this pandemic hit, to the Sumter Sharks. About to hand it over to these two ragamuffins to my right, Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, seeing what they think. Gentlemen, talk to me. Tell me what you think.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, Ragamuffin 2 to Ragamuffin 1. What do you think is going to happen? Good Lord, they're throwing smoke bombs down there.
Hey, man. Hey, as long as it's not anything where I'm going to stay politically correct. So talk to me a little bit about
okay.
You had a chance to go out and talk to these coaches.
I'm going to say I really like – we were talking about how good-looking the kids were coming in for the Thrashers.
Yes.
You did. You kept talking about them as they walked in.
That they just really looked good in a uniform, and that's usually a good sign. However, their one concern was O-line play.
Yep.
And that is exactly the strength of the Horsemen, is that front seven.
Oh, I agree.
So
I agree.
I'm predicting at least a 2-score win by the Horsemen.
Okay.
Although the strength of the Thrashers, the only way that would be different, the only way this is not a Horseman win is if the Thrashers are able to get the ball out quick.
Well, this could really kind of set the tone for the IAFL playoffs. I mean, everything's in, I don't want to use the word flux, being a capacitor and dealing with the whole Back to the Future things. But I'd like to believe that this could be a playoff game right now here early in June. We haven't not been able to identify when the playoffs will take place. My guess is middle of July. Championship will take place at the 1st of August, middle of August. Hope you two gentlemen will be able to participate.
Well, I think we will.
Well, I mean, it's a Saturday, so
we don't play on Saturday.
No, we don't. Some of us don't. Some of us do. So we'll see how the world. But we've had a good, outing for everybody here at the Jaguar Community Center here at Stockbridge. I'm 5 deep. I apologize. I apologize.
Oh, man.
It's okay. It's 10%, and that's what matters. To be able to do that. But we appreciate everybody being out here tonight. This is our first IFL game back. Pay-per-view action for those people that are viewing. We welcome you, and we're going to get this Horseman game going.
So the Horsemen are going to kick this thing off, Coach, and we're going to get a chance to look at, the big storyline of this game in the first drive. We're going to look at the Thrashers' offensive line versus the Horsemen's front seven. And we've seen these guys for a couple of years now.
We have.
And they are formidable. And they are a take-no-prisoners. They're going to be in your face the entire game. They're not going to back down. And in order to move the football on them, you're going to have to do something. Sometimes that's a little bit different. You might have to, RPO some things. You might have to have some counters off of certain plays, but you're going to have to do some things because getting in the eye and running straight at them normally does not work.
No.
We do have a drone for those people that are just joining us.
And most people think it's a swarm of bees.
It does. But we have Joey Russo running the drone, which is always nice. He is a aficionado of that. We got Robert Reed running the high pod, and we got the kickoff occurring.
Nice deep kick by LP right there
Got
for the
seam.
Horsemen.
Got a seam. Nice.
This is their strength.
Well,
their skill guys is their strength.
Well, let's go ahead and say Thrashers are in black. Horsemen are in white. Okay, here tonight. We have yellow representing their scoreboard on that
Oh,
part.
dude, that's not good.
That foot shouldn't be pointing that direction,
No,
right?
no, it should not.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Well, we're going to have probably medics coming out here.
We are.
Yeah. They're not going to move him at all.
It's kind of time to call him 9/11.
9/11. Heck of a way to start the game.
Well, that's a bummer. Hey, well, let's recap the last game we had.
I like that.
We've been having a really good time today. I don't know about everybody out there who's watching / listening, but we've really enjoyed being out here and seeing sports again.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, talk to me a little bit about your pandemic thought process. What did you do for the first 45 days?
Enjoyed it, and I got some things done. I put up a new shed, made a concrete ramp for it, built a tore down steps, replaced steps, built a fire pit.
I had a fire pit myself.
And then I ran out of steam.
Yeah, I had a fire pit. I got a couple things going. I have a pile of dirt sitting in my front yard. I haven't figured out what I want to do with that just yet. So to be able to do that.
Ripped down my front steps the other day, only to realize
not a good
that
idea.
the concrete pad they sit on is not level.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to break up that concrete pad now and put down new concrete, which is not my favorite thing to do.
No. So we're going to be calling the medics here. What we see right here, there is a injured player. For those people that have joined us right now, we're on the good old-fashioned pause button here at the Jaguar Community Center.
Looks like Josh McKinney that's down right now, number 80. Is that what everybody else saw was 80?
And it was not a pretty sight.
Yeah.
Do we not want to break it down?
We do not want to break
We
it
don't
down.
want to break
No.
it down.
It's a
Did
lower
you go
leg.
back and look at it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It's a lower leg issue.
I saw you went back and looked at it. I mean, we could break it down, to be able to do that.
And I'm not sure at which joint that is the issue is.
It's not
it's
good.
either the ankle or the knee.
It's
Either
not
way.
the knee. I can assure you that.
Well, his feet are pointing the wrong direction. So
Yeah, I would say that on that part.
We've seen things like this in practice and games, and it's very unfortunate. You hate to see anybody get hurt.
We do. I mean,
But
and look at you.
yeah.
Both you little NASCAR drivers right now. Y'all are watching.
Okay.
You can bring it in.
We got rolled up.
I'll go to the end zone so we don't
Man,
mess
it's bad, dude. He tries to get up.
It got rolled up, and he just popped right up. He's running on adrenaline right this minute.
So he's off the field?
No, he
No,
pops up.
he popped up. He tried to walk out of that.
Oh, did he now?
And then he looks down like, hey, there's.
He is a man.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is a man, because I think that's one of those where you pop up, you don't realize how badly you're hurt. We had a kid go down at our place one time during a little JV game, and he put his hand down to try and spin out of something.
Yeah.
And got hit by one of our little linebackers at the same time, and it caused a spiral fracture in his arm where the radius of his arm shot through his wrist outside of his skin. And I went over there, and that kid was cool as a cucumber. And I was talking to the ambulance driver, because of course, as soon as I saw it, the first thing I did was call 911.
Right.
And so I'm over there talking to one of the EMTs, and I was like, he seems really, really cool about this right now. He was like, Coach, give him 10 minutes. He said let the shock wear off.
Right.
And he said, hopefully we'll have him sedated before then. But he said, because we're probably going to get him in here, give some morphine.
Yeah.
And I was like,
based on what he was saying, yes.
Which is a quality medical narcotic.
Oh, goodness gracious.
If you're in real pain, it is very helpful.
Well, right now we have put a pause button. Early on, we watched the Tigers take down the Spartans 28-0. Even the Stripes are stepping off the field because they realize what we're getting ourselves into right now.
Yeah, we're probably looking at a 30-minute delay.
I appreciate your positivity to do that.
It could be worse. We were in Sparta, Georgia one time, which if you don't know where Sparta, Georgia is.
It's out I-20, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go
It's near
north
Lake.
until you smell it, then west until you step in it.
All right, appreciate that.
Um,
People that
no,
live in Sparta.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I mean, the people that live in Sparta, do what you need to.
I'm joking. It is like Timbuktu though.
In the heat of the night.
And
yes,
they had an
they called me Mr. Tips.
Yes.
Okay.
They had an ambulance on site that went out for a call. There's like one ambulance that works that entire county. And so we had a kid go down in the game. The other team had a kid go down. And they sea-collared him, which is never good. And he started going into some sort of arrest, and they couldn't.
Uh-oh. What we got going on
They're
here?
moving him off the field.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll under the bench.
It's just like, get him off. Let's play ball. Come on there, Stripes. Get on the field. I was about to kick in the inside the IAFL for a second. All right, so we're all good to go.
My dad used to try to convert Mormons as they'd come to our house.
Nope. You're oversharing.
No, listen.
Refocus. It doesn't sound like it's going to come out.
So these
real
guys,
well.
these guys would come and have dinner with us like 4 or 5 times a week.
Doesn't sound good.
These guys were on their mission. They didn't really have a set home, and so
I'm getting nervous.
My dad would invite him in for dinner, and one of the guys was telling us a story. He was asthmatic, and he was telling a story about when he was playing football. He said, I wasn't very good, but I wanted to play because all my friends played, and he got out there, and he had an asthma attack, and it was so severe that it brought full body cramp. Body cramp on, where he's like totally arms drawn in, legs drawn in.
Right.
They rolled him under the bench to get him out of the way so that they could continue to play until the trainer could get to him.
I've seen people drag folks off the field back in the day.
I saw that on a certain group.
We watched the back in the
man.
day the WFA, the Women's Federation, Football Alliance, and then the WNFC where things just went sideways. And we're not going to have this game anymore. So
No, but I would never say anything bad about somebody's religion. It was simply
I
that was the
understand.
preface. That was the preface to the story.
I know. I
really enjoyed those guys. I found them interesting.
All right, here we go.
All right,
Let's get ready for action here.
All right, here we go.
Start off here.
Gonna get to see what's what. Horsemen here early.
And Thrashers. Thrashers are in black, Horsemen in white. Let's get things started. I'm going to cut my mic off, let you two gentlemen move.
False start right there.
No, all sides.
Okay.
That was our big guy right there. Coach.
0.
Yep.
Marcus Singleton. Marcus 6'3", 325 pounds.
He was just trying to get it. He was just anxious, Coach.
Coming out of Riverdale, Georgia, looking for an edge right there.
But I can guarantee you one thing. He's going to figure it out because he's normally, the guy leading the charge.
Does a pretty good job timing things up.
Well, not just that, but just playing, period.
There's a snap.
In the middle of
Lots of time.
Just double digs.
They call that incomplete. That's first down. That's just throw and catch. They're going to have to do better than that.
See, that's a 15-yard gain right there, Coach.
I'll tell you what, and if I called it wrong on this OL, my apologies.
Well, that was really nice pocket, but Coach was correct. I watched their quarterback in warm-ups, and, I think that's Fred Dixon. No, that's not. That's a Metro Atlanta Horsemen's quarterback.
Yeah, we don't have their roster.
Well, we watched their quarterback in warm-up, and, man, he looked like he had,
Nice decision right there. Just got to hang on to the ball.
I think right now if you had to ask the quarterback, he'd tell you, I got to flip my feet and get that thing around. He knew where he wanted to go with it. He knew exactly what he had. But that's the thing we're seeing. You called it right, Coach. You said if he gets the ball out, what?
Fast.
And right now, has he held on to it?
No,
the ball is coming out of his hand, on time. And that's the key of playing quarterback. You can make up for a number of deficiencies if you get the ball out in a certain amount of time.
Trips out to the right side.
It's like
there's a snap. Quarterback throws it out. Makes a move.
Ooh, that's another leg getting rolled up right there.
Yeah.
We already walked this field. It's not exactly.
Well, having a little trouble right there. I think good job right there by one of the Horsemen trying to be the peacemaker. I can appreciate that. Wasn't exactly sure that's what that was going to be.
Yeah. It's been a whole new.
It was Sammy Johnson right there, was the peacemaker. How are you, Helga? All right. Well, this game is moving at a much slower pace. I think maybe this is part of the Thrashers' idea.
I mean,
that they're going to take their time.
But they're doing things right now, and they've got them in this 6-man box. They're playing. They got one safety 20 yards from the ball. That's not going to happen the rest of the night.
There's a snap, pressure off the left side.
And there it is.
Quarterback runs.
No, I see what's happening now. They're trying to play a little man under 2 deep look.
That's going to bring up 4th and about 4.
This is you're not going to punt from here. So this would be a good down right here to see. They haven't done anything right now on defense but sit in their base.
Well, if you can play base defense and stop people, you're going to win. You're going to win a whole lot of football games.
They're all sides right now, though. I can tell you, right, the DB up top is offsides. And he better get this ball off in a hurry.
Here it comes. And there they are, but the flag's down right there. He's calling false start.
How can you call a false start and then have it not be a penalty?
Well, they threw a flag on the sideline.
Maybe it was illegal formation.
It might have been.
There's an offensive lineman down, and that's a big issue right there.
Well, and one of the things that we talked about with the coaching staff of the Thrashers was that they were shorthanded. They have a lot of guys gone right now because so many things got delayed.
That's right.
And so this game got scheduled over the top of other things they already had scheduled.
I'm trying
to take a look at that last play.
To get the load.
Take a look at that last play and see what happened.
It just says. All right, so
looks like they got him up.
Let's see what I can see right here.
I'm guessing maybe an ankle.
Knee. He tried to plant.
Yeah.
He tried
his right knee.
Yeah, I think it's his left. If you look at it right here, he gets taken up. It's a good move right here by the defensive end. The ice pick back, and he gets his foot caught in the turf right there.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, back to action. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
All right. So we're going to get our first snap of the day for
the
Horsemen.
Funky tight set.
That's toss.
Toss out to the left side. Blocks beat quickly. Good job changing direction.
Nice job of tackling that play.
I think we might have even avoided a flag on that one. I did see one block in the back, but it was not a devastating block.
I saw an illegal blindside block that did not get called.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think for it to be considered blindside, you need to get decleated. I think that should be part of the rule.
Got you.
All right.
Second down right here. It's hard to tell if he gained anything on that. About 2 maybe?
Maybe. Trips out to the left side in a bunch formation.
Got the advantage over there if they want it.
Rucker in the gun, awaiting the snap. And
there's that man again. Quick
throw to Sammy Johnson.
Complete for a first down.
So, so far, I think what I said is going to ring true, especially with the offensive lineman going down. Simply because they talked about being shorthanded before and said their one worry was the offensive line. I talked to Coach Thomas for the Thrashers, and what he said is he really felt like their strength was their offensive skill.
Yep.
Running backs, quarterback, receivers. But their one wild card was that OL because, in his words, you never know. And, watching them warm up and knowing what is up front for the Horsemen, that's a tall order.
After this play, talk to us a little bit about Sammy Watkins and what his journey has been so far.
High snap right there. Rucker just takes it and runs. Makes something out of nothing.
You know, he does a lot of stuff like that to help them win games that goes unnoticed because there are other players around him that are really, really good, but he makes key plays like that. He saved that snap. It was about to go over his head.
Well, Watkins is one of those guys who was originally scheduled to go, I think, Spokane.
I think so.
To play arena ball.
Yep. Right. And all that got kind of put on hold.
He's definitely big-time talent. You know, that just hasn't received a chance for whatever reason. Rucker under center this time.
Run to the right.
There's a snap. Toss out to the right side.
Cut
Got the
it
big,
back.
ugly sky. If he cuts it back to the middle of the field, you score.
Oh, wow.
Carry by Rook Favors right there. If he bends it back
watch
to
the replay right here.
If he cuts it right there, I need this thing to
I
need this thing to load up. So
you're right. If he'd cut back to the middle of the field,
and we'll go back to it if we get a time here.
If he cuts back to the middle of the field, he scores.
There is a flag on the play. So bring it back up there so we can show that to everybody while they're marking off the flag. You ready?
No.
To get. Hey, old man, technology can't be your.
They get him for a hold right there.
They did.
I'm trying to, there we go. It won't load anything.
All right. Well, anyways, we're back on the ball.
Tell me when we get to it, and we will go back to that.
There is no getting to it.
All right.
Just being honest with you.
I appreciate your honesty.
Rucker in the gun. Middle of the field's wide open. There's a snap. Pressure quick. Rucker tries to get rid of it.
Something about that looked really bad.
Throws it in the dirt. There was lots of pressure early. But that's going to fall incomplete. Tight game right here between number 4 and number 10. The Thrashers still undefeated. Despite their undefeated record, the Metro Atlanta Horsemen ranked ahead of them. Number 4, the Metro Atlanta Horsemen being 2-1, but their sole loss to the Sumter Sharks, the number 1 team in the Interactive American Football League.
They better not cover Sammy like that.
Motions to empty. Rucker drops, throws a little screen back to the middle.
Got a lot of room.
Lots of help.
Nicely
Big boy,
done.
Great job right there. Ball caught by Showtime Williams. Big number 65 rumbling down the field right there. Joshua Stalls. Joshua doing a great job really motoring down the field, but he's got to take some of them cats with him. Because he was busting down the field, and he was like, hey, man, you come with me?
Man, I saw that. When they lined up and they were single covered press over there, I was like, this fixed to be a touchdown. There's just not many people that can cover that guy.
No, not
press coverage.
No, he's awfully good.
But the screen on the the jailbreak screen right there was a really nice call.
Trip to the left again. There's a snap. Give on the zone around the right side. Fighting for everything he's worth.
And this is
feet churning. Peanut Williams.
And this is
on the carry.
This is what a horseman's drive looks like. There's a play, there's a play, there's a play, there's a penalty or something negative, and then they make a great play, and then they go and they get, the football to people that they trust.
Well, you've already overcome adversity. If you're the Horseman, you were behind the sticks, and you still converted. Rucker takes a snap.
Touchdown.
Has 2 men open. Down. Sammy Johnson was open, as was the slot man.
Well, he was trying to run. He was trying to stutter fade him right there, and he just kind of got feet tangled up because if he doesn't, he's going to score.
Well, I think he's a little disappointed he didn't get a call.
I don't think it was pass interference. I think he just got tangled up.
Yeah, but, if you're a receiver, I imagine you want the call.
I understand that.
Lots of whistles.
Sideline warning?
Okay, sideline warning. Everybody was.
The entire sideline just moved in unison. It was like, all right.
Yeah, the entire Horseman sideline was down around the 10-yard line. Can't do that.
What?
Yeah, new rule.
What did the fish say when he hit the wall?
I don't know.
Damn!
All right.
It's going to be one of them days. All right. Now they're going to double this. There's nobody covering the slot.
Run the ball again.
Exactly. They don't have enough people inside.
Run the ball off the left side. And there it goes. There goes
Not,
Peanut Williams.
But not like that.
Off the left zone. Lots of jawing going on out there. Lots of jawing.
May I say that I love the Horsemen's helmets.
I do like those. Those are sharp.
I like them.
I will say I prefer the Thrashers uniforms.
Yeah, the Thrashers uniforms are kind of nice. So this is going to bring up 3rd down and goal, Coach.
Big play right here.
Ball's at the 9.
Although we know this is 4-down territory, but you need to get at least half.
This is a touchdown. If they're going to play it like this, this is a touchdown. I'm bringing the outside guy inside and running the slot to the corner, and nobody covers.
There's a snap.
Touchdown.
Rucker rolls back to his left. Receiver fell down. Looking for a flag. Although I will tell you,
I'm not so sure how much he fell down, Coach.
I will tell you, if he had stuck the ball in Peanut Williams' gut right there, and then pulled it,
or if he would have
ran right around the left side, and there wouldn't have been anybody there. And I'm hoping they're going to come back to that because they are not honoring him at all.
And if they would have, and almost another thing, he looked away from Sammy Johnson just as Sammy Johnson broke wide open. All right, and this, there's no other way to describe it. That he ran a slow slant. This
would be a big win for the Thrashers right here.
Yeah, and but it's it's another thing. They had a nice first drive as well. So, this is 2 decent first drives from both offenses.
Rucker takes snap.
Touchdown.
Throws it out.
Oh, and dropped it.
Ball slapped down. It bounced off the ground.
Here we go.
All right. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Wait a minute, there's a flag.
There's a flag down. I'm not sure what the flag is.
That dude, the corner from the Thrashers down there is fighting a battle today.
I mean, anybody who's stuck covering that guy, you better have a little bit of stuff in your neck, you know what I'm saying?
You better pack a lunch.
And I think he's playing it really smart.
They're called defensive holding. Now it's 1st and goal again now, Coach.
I think he's playing it really smart. If I was playing against a guy like that who I thought might be a better athlete than I am, I would totally try to get in his head. I want him thinking about something other than football. Beating me up or yelling at me or.
And they're doing it right now. Look, they're about to fight before the play. I mean, it's about to happen right here.
Sammy Johnson not in the huddle. I'm not sure what this is about.
He finna throw. Well, he's been standing out there the whole time. Did he throw both of them out?
I'm not sure he's ejecting them. I think maybe he's telling them to leave the game. I haven't seen anything that was ejection worthy.
No,
Timeout Horsemen. Maybe like hey, you're being a pain in my behind. You need to go figure it out on the sideline. One of those type deals.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing. I said you could see it. We were talking about it. You were making the statement of the things I was thinking that, Sammy's a handful to cover. He's also, if they need him, they put him back and play him at safety, and he basically won them the IAFL Cup last year.
There's no doubt about that.
Because he was all over the place, catching touchdown passes.
For sure.
Things like that. So
I think he had a couple huge picks against Sumter in that championship game.
Yeah, he did. But I was sitting there thinking the same thing. Get his mind out of it, all of those things like that.
Yeah, that would definitely be part of my plan. And if that's the case, it looks like that's working.
They've gone to the eye right here, Coach. They just went ahead and said, okay, we're going to put our big fullback in the game. And there came double A gap.
There's a snap.
And there came touchdown.
And he's in there. Touchdown.
If you run double A gap blitz, you know, and
Peanut Williams on the carry.
Somebody walls you off like that. There's not any way that that you can handle it.
Yeah, I mean, once you've committed to that,
your
your only hope is if that's what you did. I'm not sure what you're after. If you're looking for a bad exchange.
That's just a lot of people. That's a blitz that's become very in vogue now.
Yeah, I don't like that one. It works if people are trying to trap you, if people are trying to inside zone you. Those are things that'll work, but outside of that, I really don't like it. Flag on the ground.
Too many men on the field for the Horsemen. They had 12 in formation.
Now, this could become a very important play.
I agree.
This might be one of those that we look back on and go, yep.
I will never argue with you again about it. After that night when you said this could be the difference in the game, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then it ended up being the difference in the game. It was an amazing thing.
Well, every once in a while I get one right. It happens. Even a stop clock's right twice a day, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Wow. The Joker was somewhere in here.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to deal with technical issues, man. Just relax.
Rucker in the gun.
I understand.
True gun set. A slot out to his right side. Sammy Johnson singled up. Over to the left.
Something. Here comes double A gaps again, Coach.
Here comes the heat. Rucker drops, fires. Ball should have been picked, threw into double coverage.
And there was triple coverage, Coach. He had over the top, underneath, and inside.
Chris Williams just unable to bring it down, but, there's a crowd of people over there with him. Good look right there.
Yeah.
At the Jaguar Community Center here in beautiful Stockbridge, Georgia. Thank you again for opening your doors to the Interactive American Football League here for the Unity Alliance Bowl games in honor of Julian Bellinger, a fallen IAFL player.
Be really interesting to see right here exactly how the Thrashers react to this. Because, they can make the statement that they were off the field. All right? And I watched every snap of that goal line defense right there, and I was focusing in on the Watkins matchup, or Sammy Watkins. I was focusing in on the matchup over there, and you could have called defensive holding on every play.
Well,
you could have called offensive pass interference on every play, because there's give and take. So why did they wait till fourth down to call it? And that gives them an extra down. And then
extra set of downs.
Yeah, an extra set of downs. And then they punch it in.
LP with the kick. It's a short kick. Fielded at what looks to be about the 30-yard line.
That's not what you – stayed on his feet.
Stayed on his feet. He's got a chance now. Outside to the left. There's a helmet off. He's coming down the sideline. He's got help. He's got – cut it back. Cut it back.
Gentlemen, look at you get all excited.
That's what we came to see.
I would have snapped a clipboard.
All right, hey, throw that back.
It's not doing.
Do we have it recorded? Hand it to me, Tiger.
There you go, King.
Okay, yeah, I can work on it, man. That's why I get paid the big bucks, man. No problem. No problem. We'll get it. We'll get it squared away here. Did you hit stop on the recorder? Okay. Was it a kickoff?
It was.
Okay.
And these are those things that the Thrashers are going to have to do. You're going to have sparks on special teams. You're going to have to get the ball out fast on offense.
And I'm thinking right now, you saw that the Horsemen don't change. They're
going to be who they are. There's no question about that.
The Horsemen just don't change. They got too many people on the ball if they're going to throw it. Here we go. This is what they do. This is how they play. The false start. But you giving them this set right here, look what they did to the box. They got a 5-man box right here. You got to run the football.
Well, that's the big question is, can you run the football?
Well, you got to find out.
When they give you a 5-man box, can you run the football? Can you go Can you go 5 or 6.5 on 5?
Because this, we've had this discussion a bazillion times. Whether or not you can run the football is immaterial. You have to try.
Empty.
And run the football. What are you doing?
All right, so look on the big screen here.
Okay, sideline warning. That's their second one, though.
We'll let them go over here. So right here.
So they're going to walk that one off? That's the second time.
Yeah. We'll let them click back on. Tell me when the game's about to come on here.
Roger that.
All right, so.
All right, they just blew it in.
All right, we'll pause it and come back to this.
All right, okay.
Are they going to give me a sideline warning again? Flag. All right, I'm going to go back. Keep me out.
Okay.
Updated.
Yeah, that guy right there was about to go the wrong way.
All right, look on the big screen.
All right. This is exactly what you don't want to do returning a kick. Stop your feet.
But it was pretty good coverage.
It was great coverage. They just didn't – he didn't quit, and they didn't make the tackle.
Well, but your outside force player had already collapsed.
Yeah, because he's the guy that's the replacement.
Oh. Y'all got one job to watch this play.
He just threw it to one of the offensive linemen.
It's definitely a flag.
Yeah, offensive lineman can't catch the football.
Saw that on the replacements.
You saw that?
That's one of those things. Coach Chapman hit me in the back of the head with the ball one night. We were at Fayette County, and he hit me in the back of the head with a ball, and then everybody yelled at me when I got at the sideline, and I was like, I was standing there. He hit me with a ball.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
There's a lot of things that I did that other people got blamed for.
Well, I mean, they were upset because the penalty is technically on me because I'm the one that's illegally touching the ball because I was covered up.
I mean, he was looking for his life right there.
Yeah, I think he's trying to throw the ball to the back.
I mean, when you look at that on
All
that
right,
part.
Here we go.
All right, now big adjustment right here. You're behind the sticks.
All right, here we go. Back to the game.
Second down and about 22.
You know, things were going really good if you're the Thrashers. You had
21.
a great return.
I mean, it's only we're talking score-wise.
6-0.
Yes.
I like this formation, though. This is a good formation because it –
well, they're outnumbered.
Exactly.
Throw the ball. Throw that back out of the ball, and those two guys up front block. That end started early.
He starts early, and this is fixing.
Oh.
That's a great play.
It is. It is a great play.
Nice play right there by number 6, Fred Dixon, saving the day.
You're going to see an instant replay of that. It was very on point.
Ball was thrown late.
Dixon using the inside arm closest to the line of scrimmage.
That's nice.
Also the easiest way to avoid getting, mossed.
Yeah.
Moss, listen to you doing that. That's good. Good job.
Randy. I love listening to Randy talk because he's so country.
He's great.
Is he Mississippi or Louisiana? I think he's Mississippi.
I think so.
I think you're right.
He definitely ain't Alabama.
And then he went to Notre Dame. Imagine that culture shock.
Is that where he went?
He went to Notre Dame, got in trouble.
Yeah.
Went to Florida State.
Yeah.
Got in trouble. Or it's one of those two. It's either Florida State and then Notre Dame. But
where did he end up at?
Marshall.
Okay.
Went to Marshall. And wore those black and white striped socks.
Was he part of that 97 national championship team?
He was. He played.
He does wear a gold jacket, right?
Yes.
He does.
That's all sides.
Yeah. One of our running backs coaches played on that same team.
They didn't call a penalty on that.
There's no way they timed that up that good. There's no way.
They didn't time that up. They were
moving for the ball moved.
I know these guys playing defensive end are good. We've seen them. This defensive front is good. We've watched them terrorize.
But they're going to start early until somebody calls it.
All right.
We got second quarter.
Got a timeout right here by the Thrashers. We're going to talk about things at 4th and 22.
Confirm that it's not that and it's not second quarter.
Oh, he's holding up the ball.
Second quarter.
So it looks like we got second quarter. We're moving.
All right. Talk to me, little gentleman. When you say that, look up on the big screen here.
All right.
This is the play that just happened here. All right. Talk to me about what you saw.
Everybody on the defensive front is offsides?
Yeah, the ball's not moving. You can still see the center. The center is still sitting still. Now, granted, we're all centers, but that one ain't moved.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 4 guys offsides.
Because we would see his head move as the ball's moving.
All right.
The guard moves in response to the 3 technique attacking him.
Right.
Best case scenario, that's encroachment.
Yeah, I mean, it's
that he goes in that direction.
But to not throw a penalty flag on that, it's terrible.
Yeah. To just say,
that's
hey,
like a Cardinals-Falcons playoff game terrible.
listen to you.
Yeah, I'm not bitter about any of those things.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
NFL, if they can find one team to do something to, they're going to do it to the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, hey.
It happens.
28-3 in this part of the world.
No, I mean, the Falcons did that to themselves.
Yeah, I know. I got that tattooed to my head. So it's all right. It's no problem.
I just make jokes about it now.
I just wake up and go, 28-3. My hair. So I'm sorry.
I just can't
say my hair.
All right. So right now we're at 6-0 here. Start of the second quarter.
4th in the next county, so 4th in Clayton.
Well, I mean, either that or DeKalb. I mean, you could say.
No, we're closer to DeKalb.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, we could say we're a stone shy away from. We could say Pike or Zebulon. Is it Zebulon?
Zebulon 5, Sector 7.
Is Zebulon a county or is that a city?
City. Yeah,
that's a city in Pike, right?
Pike's the county.
Because Zebulon's like South Pike.
It's right there on the
Pike's
way.
at.
You got to pass through Zebulon to get to where Gordon's at.
Well, we go down by Zebulon to go to
Look at you representing.
Covenant Macon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there at the border.
Yep.
Well, we do appreciate Joey Russo and Robert Reed coming out. We got Jennifer Colbert watching our pay-per-view piece. We appreciate everybody participating in the old pay-per-view. We're trying to give that a shot, trying to give these teams a little bit more finances for those people that do not feel comfortable from a social distancing perspective. But everybody's kind of keeping their distance, at least from us, and I'm appreciative of that.
Well, and from each other, it looks like people are kind of spaced out.
They are.
And people came with masks.
They did.
And you know, I'm not one of those guys that's going to look at you different if you wear one or you don't. You know,
now, are you a mask wearer?
I do. I've worn a mask when I go into the grocery stores and stuff like that. But, you know, I tend to conform a lot more than people in my family do. And I don't mean my intermediate family. I mean my brother and then my brother.
I mean,
he works.
Don't throw him under the bus.
You got a free five. You got a free five probably every time, every third or fourth play at least.
Well, you asked, Bo, but you got to rank. Corey works that way. He goes in and out of stores every day with his job.
I agree.
So he's not. He just is like, I'm not doing that.
Well, it's a different world.
I'd probably do it again. I'd probably do it again if it didn't work. I'd burn time out.
I wouldn't burn time out. I'd freeze it. I'd go freeze.
Go freeze play. I was just thinking freeze play in the back of my head.
I'd say go 3 times, and if they didn't jump, they'd probably think I'm gonna call timeout, and then I'd say set go and run the football right down their nose when they're on their knees.
Well, they're on the other half of the field right now.
They've been in. There it is again.
My goodness
All
gracious.
sides. Good call, Coach.
From a discipline perspective, you're just going ballistic.
I mean, and right now they're going. There's no way you do it 3 times.
And Coach,
that's what they're doing right now.
Watch this. Now, they're still in 4th and 800.
They got 3-card money going, and you're going. There's no way it's going to be under that one again.
I'd line up this time with 3 backs in the backfield
and shift.
And shift on go, though. I would shift on go and then
get a first down, do the penalties. That'd be amazing.
It was 4th and 20-something. Now it's 4th and 12.
Bring lots of heat off that offensive left side.
They put a guard in the backfield.
They have an extra lineman out there. You're right.
You know he ain't going out for no pass.
What?
They jumped off sides again. There's your timeout. Check with me. Got him again.
How can that happen, guys?
They just.
I can't grasp that.
Look. First of all.
Okay, first of all, I'm calling timeout.
First of all, this is a Al Hughes call timeout.
Okay.
And get the whole team over there on the knee and just read them the riot act. I can see that right
Watch
now.
the ball.
Don't be crushing the bottle, man. We can hear that on the mic, man, right?
No.
You're crushing the water. In the
No,
bottle.
it wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Hey, you got people behind you.
Hey, man.
Fans.
What's up, guys?
So,
Yes.
all right. So I want you to take me through this. All right. I'm going to take me through this play right here. Okay, they just called timeout, so I'm gonna.
Somebody is getting chewed.
Okay,
so
you got to
bad.
take me through this part right here.
All right.
So it's a check with me.
So they're doing all this right now, and he goes through and calls his dummy cadence right
Okay,
here.
what is this guy thinking right here? Right here. I can't grasp that. Okay, because he's the first one
And closest to the ball.
that we're seeing him move, and he's jittery.
Well, they're just trying to get off. That's it.
So do you? And the defensive tackle, the man closest to the ball.
All right, we're
All
back
right,
to live.
We're back to live. Here we go. Oh my goodness!
Like
What are we looking at?
4th and 8 now or something like that. This is ridiculous.
No, is that the down marker that's right there by the?
Yeah, it's 4th down. It was 4th and 20-something, and they've gotten.
They took 15 yards off, guys.
I know. Now they snapped it quick.
He's got.
He's got to stay up.
Oh, got to run.
He's got.
He's got a chance.
He does. He's
He's going to get the first down. That is the greatest thing I have ever seen.
Standing up.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Man alive.
That three
Nice
play
job right
piece
there.
Right there.
That was a great job of calling plays right there.
Oh, my goodness.
That's crazy.
I mean, just a great
Hey, man.
job of
we
calling
got
plays.
fans.
Yeah.
It's nice to have fans.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, just think about that, Coach. They erased a 4th down and something by making somebody jump offside. If you give up a touchdown right here as the Horseman, you gotta fire
it's
everybody.
yes. I mean, from a defensive perspective, that's frustrating.
You got to go to the side. There's got to be some kind
I mean,
of.
you're over there going, all you got to do is watch the ball.
There's a CTJ meeting got to happen.
Come to Jesus?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can say come to Jesus. We're okay with that. CGT. I hadn't heard that one.
There's a
For you,
snap.
Jimmy.
Touchdown.
Looks left. Has a man wide open.
That's a great
Call.
route.
Touchdown.
That's a
Is he going
touchdown.
to give it to him?
Oh, you got to be kidding me, dude. Okay, I was about to say.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You can't mark
all
him.
right, all right.
This is going to be a game. That was a nice route.
Did you get that?
Nice combo.
Oh, we got that, so we can even go back to
Nice.
that. And we'll
I
look
enjoyed
at that.
that.
And we'll look at that here in a minute. Nice.
That was a great intermediate end zone passing game right there. It was
Now.
really nice.
Well,
Huge play right here.
Yes.
Huge play.
for two teams that are vying for the dark side, or the Doomsday Division here
Yes.
in the IFL. We got a 6-6 ball game here. The lights have kicked on here at the Jaguar Community Center. It is 6-6. I'm Bowman Michael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman. I'm bringing you. If I gave them nicknames, that would be hilarious all by itself. But people are chiming in, wanting to watch this game, which is great. We are pay-per-viewing it, trying to find a way to finance this. Here we go.
Thrashers in the gun. Quarterback rolls right. Has to
Nothing
reverse
there.
Throw it to
field.
the back.
Throw it.
Throws it up.
Not. You got
If
to
he
keep
had-
it in play.
If he had thrown it in bounds,
All
he had a chance.
right, let's watch that play real quick, okay? Here we go. All right, I'm going to pause it. I'll bring it up.
All right.
Let's break it down.
Bunch formations down close to the goal line are great because it messes with it tests the defense's bunch release rules, and these guys obviously hadn't had a chance to work on it because those stacked receivers right there, and if you watch the release, this is a thing of beauty. I mean, they've got three guys open.
I mean, there is no – I mean, when you say three guys, you're talking – and y'all keep an eye on everything. We got one guy here, and one guy here. And there is no swinging person in the
And there's not, and they don't have enough people over there to cover it. They're trying to play some kind of matchup zone, and they just don't have enough people. And the corner screws it up because he just bails so deep into the end zone.
I mean, he does.
Tough to play that close to the end zone, too.
He does. I mean, you're giving that. And it's a good catch.
Oh, yeah, it's a great throw. He throws it away.
When you talk about this particular catch, and
got live action, homie.
All right, go back to it. Thank you. We'll log into my personal account later. Jeez. Trying to do that on that part.
The Thrashers out to kick.
All right, so
currently a 6-6 tie here.
We've seen a big kickoff return. That's offsides on the kickoff. Goodness gracious.
They called it.
Well, that's one of those. See, this is the kind of stuff you can't have if you're the Thrashers and you want to really be able to get this done. Either team, in my opinion, if they can play clean and play good special teams, you got a really good chance of getting on the other team.
But this is fun right now.
We got a 6-6 game. I mean, the first game in our doubleheader was 28-0. Even at halftime, it was 20-0. Correct.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it was 20-0 before the end of the first quarter.
Yeah,
it was.
But I mean, and everybody stays status quo towards then. But at least then, I mean, we're talking about from a doomsday division. Anything's up in the air, and we're talking about the reigning 2019 IAFL champions.
Yes,
the Metro Atlanta Horsemen,
who are already saddled with a loss
against the Sumter Sharks, which is a legitimate loss.
All right, Sumter being the number one team.
Yeah.
I mean, but and if you look at this right now, it looks like a pretty evenly matched.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming out, gentlemen.
Shoot, this is fun.
I mean, for people not to get paid and come out, it's just amazing.
Well, I hate it for those people, but
I didn't know you was going to do Joey like that.
I mean, to just do this whole thing free, I mean, it just says a lot.
I don't know where that computer went.
What? There's the same computers in the
That's
thrift.
weird.
In
Y'all
the
showed
thrift
up at 4:30, man. Y'all ain't got a leg to stand on. Here we go.
And there's a short spinning kick. Going to be fielded at about the 35, looks like.
Gotta get up in that.
Doing a great job of running in traffic right there, Rook Favors. But you got to find a place to break out. He's having a hard time seeing it tonight.
There wasn't really much. He didn't have much of a place to go right there. The problem is that sometimes when the kick doesn't get very high, the wedge doesn't have a chance to
really form.
And he didn't have much of a chance to get anything going and give the Thrashers credit. They were lane integrity was very, very good.
But you still got decent starting field position.
You do.
Balls at your 45.
At halftime, we will be doing an Inside the IFL courtesy of Dave Holt, episode week 4.
I thought we were going to run inside drill at halftime.
No
I was
inside
looking for
drill.
pads.
I appreciate that. I'm just wanting y'all to watch these this nice end zone view from the drone.
There's motion.
Bucket
drops, throws it out to his right.
Caught.
Great pass.
I mean, it was right on the money.
I mean that was a perfect ball. Ball caught by Chris Williams.
37 yards right there, man.
Good pocket, good protection. Just put his toe in the ground and let it fly.
Get up on the ball and snap it right now. Get up on the ball and snap it right now.
Right now, it looks like the Thrashers kind of feeling sorry for themselves.
Well, I mean, you're up 6-0. Why are you feeling sorry for yourself?
6-6.
You calling a timeout?
I think so.
All right. So with that in mind, let's look at this breakdown right now.
I'm going to tell you right now that when I was watching it from the drone view, I thought he was going to throw it to 11 for a touchdown because he wins right off the snap.
He does. I mean, if we went back right here, right this point, I mean, you look at this.
I mean, that's
connection.
6.
Don't be judging me.
But, I mean, that right there, but I know what he's got a specific read right there. And same thing, he's even, he's leaving. But this is a perfect throw.
It is.
Yeah, it was a great ball.
It was. And you're almost feeling like, from a defensive back's perspective, hey, so they're sitting at the 18-yard line, 17-yard line, give or take. So
if I'm the Thrashers, I just worked so hard to march down and score.
You did.
And now all of a sudden in one play, I've given them they're in the red zone. They're in the Phantom Horse Brewery red zone.
Oh. Look at you.
All right there, Pie Slinger. Calm it down.
There's a snap. Rutgers looking.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
That's a beautiful route.
That was just too easy.
That's a beautiful concept.
Is that Chris Williams again? It sure was.
They caught him on the heels, number 4 for the Metro Horsemen.
Yeah, I see the beginnings of broken spirit.
But how, I mean, explain that. Did they catch them on their heels?
No, they just ran. It's a beautiful concept, and if you have the time to throw it, it's something that, we can't throw it at our school, but they just ran a short post, a little deeper post, and then a deeper post. And you got guys, that are in the middle of the field, and that's their job. And that corner's sitting outside leverage right there, and you can't when you put 3 guys in one zone at 3 different levels with that concept, that's a pretty good thing to do.
Well, we'll go to that here at the end.
Another huge play, Coach.
This 2-point conversion. You're exactly right. When
It's a big one.
They don't have enough people on the field.
Which one?
Here comes somebody.
I do when they just bring in people. It's always nice.
Quarterback sneak for
Yeah, he's a big guy.
That was a beautiful thing, too.
Rucker just pushes in.
You better watch out standing up in that end zone because it's not exactly flat.
No, based on that one. All right, so let's look at this play. I'm going to throw it up here right now since we have some time.
So you got trips, and the trips is into the boundary. And if you see, everybody's coming across the field.
And I take it when we look at this is the person that's wide open.
Yes.
I mean, because everybody else, when you look at this.
Look at their heads. Look at where they're looking.
Everybody's looking at this group right here. And when we're talking about the ball.
If you want to see something dirty, look at the running back running the wheel route over there.
Oh, right here?
All by his lonesome.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about right here?
Yeah, and they ran 3 pass plays on that drive, and nobody's been covered on any pass play.
No.
Not a single pass play.
And if you could come back and look at that, you're like, we're going to go the wheel route next.
I would come back.
Somebody's looking at that.
I would write that down. We'd run the same play, and we'd throw it to different receiver.
But, even to the point, when you talk about receivers that open –
that running back's so wide open.
All by myself.
All right, they're 80s. Hang in there, buddy.
To kick this thing off.
All right.
That was great.
Let's get this started.
LP out to kick it again.
I like being able to break these plays down.
Well, I do. I appreciate you going, I can't do this.
I'm not very good at it.
No,
I can talk.
I know. I'm like, well, fine, give it to me because I want to use this thing.
It's really nice.
Oh, it is when we
really
can actually look at the play. It's just, $20,000. It's all good, man.
$20,000.
That was
wow.
That was a big drive.
It was. To me, what was the answer? It was a calling card to the drive. The Thrashers went down and scored, and Horsemen came back and said, hey, we're going to score and get a 2-point conversion.
The Thrashers' drive was started by their kickoff return.
Right.
Spinning kick, filled at about the 18-yard line,
and
coming around the left side. He's got a chance. He's getting some help.
That's been one of
the 50-yard line, guys.
And he gets run into a soccer goal.
We're Pele. Goodness gracious.
Atlanta United.
8:40 on the Eastern Standard Time for those people in Hawaii watching this game. We don't have a lot of folks watching this game because it's all about the money. But we appreciate the Benjamins very much so. Right now it is 14-6. Larry, I hope you're enjoying it. Mr. Chapman, I hope you're enjoying the game as well. Do appreciate everybody tuning in here to the IAFL Score 58 Network. I'm Bowman Michael with Adam Collins, Craig Chapman, Joey Russo, Jennifer Colbert, and Robert Reed on the camera. Let's see what happens here. It is 14-6. It is definitely a ball game.
Have we thought about bringing in Jerry Reed?
No.
Pretty Mary Sunshine?
No. No. Just y'all stay focused. I rented an RV about 2 weeks ago. I don't want to talk about Jerry Reed.
Yeah, you were funny, man.
Well, here they get that short field again.
Okay, got a short field. You got to do something with it, though.
I think
no play on first down right here. Let's give them jump off sides.
Absolutely. I would go with that.
Marching down 20 yards?
If they jump off sides, I would call timeout if I was the Horsemen's coach, and I would lose my mind. And they would get
I would definitely do a no play and call a timeout.
Almost jumped.
But now you got them slower off the ball, and you got time to get the ball out, step through a tackle.
It was good.
Coach, you said they were slower off the ball. They have to be because nobody blocked anybody on that play.
No.
There was not a single person
But
touched.
they got their ears pinned back running, guys.
They may have their ears pinned back, but what I'm going to tell you is this, is that it's almost like the offensive line is there, and then it's like Star Trek. The defensive line materializes behind them.
Do not bring any type of teleporter streams in here,
I'm
man.
just trying
Come on,
trying to make it seem like what it is.
You can't teleport in football.
Come on, man.
I don't know if you've watched some of the offensive lines that I've seen.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm pretty sure Pepe Williams teleported a few times when he played for us.
There's no doubt about that.
Here we go. Second down.
Doubles look for the Thrashers. Good play on first down.
Yeah, it's going to give them offsides.
He just gave him 5 yards. Hey, that was a good kick slide.
It was.
Did he really,
It was a good
did
kick.
he really walk across and then
He
point?
did.
He
And
did. What's Mr. Ref going to say? Whitecap going to say it's on the defense or the offense?
I mean,
Come on, give me odds. Come
I'm
on,
gonna
Vegas
say
boys.
he says it's
that
on the
seems like-
defense.
I think that'd be a side judge call right there, wouldn't it?
It would be, but Whitecap still got to make the call.
It's a first down.
But right here, what you're trying to do if you're the Thrashers is take the steam out of that D line.
Now, look, guys.
All right, help
what are
me out
they?
here.
What are they worried about right now?
Are these lights good enough to get us when it gets dark outside?
Yeah, these are Lithia Springs lights. All right, they're good enough.
And it's going to be a struggle. We're going to be throwing everything in this trailer. Here we go. First down and 10.
All right.
Doubles. Still checking with everybody, trying to mess up any sort of time the Horsemen might have.
They ran a line stunt, and it's going.
He caught it.
Sure did.
No,
He did.
slap it down.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay, in his favor, okay, he was doing push-ups because he dropped it.
Yeah.
No, bat it down, big fella.
Yeah, slap the ball onto the ground. I guess they called it incomplete.
They did.
They did.
So,
Yeah, but if you catch that one, now you lost 5 yards.
I
man.
understand. You know, here's the thing. If I'm the Thrashers, what have I spent the last 5, 6, 7 plays doing? Long count.
Right.
Making them sit there, trying to get them to jump off sides.
Quick snap.
Now you quick snap them. You line up, you come out of the huddle. You don't even make it look like you're going to quick snap them. You just get to the ball, get set like normal, and then you don't even have a snap count. You just come in there, do like that, the ball snap. Because right now they're back on their heels.
All they did was wedge them.
I mean, they got what they want. They got a 5-man box right here. Not even a 5-man box, more like a 4 because that defensive end is so far outside. Got him.
Oh,
Nice play.
And then they're going, woo, here we go.
Oh. Frustration.
Nice play right there. Everybody's cool.
Yeah,
Is a cucumber?
Oh, yeah.
that was a
Somebody needs to get that radar on their head.
Everybody,
It just,
everybody, let's get let's leave the 7th grade dance behind us. And
that was a nightmare.
move on. And
well, did you see what made dude mad, though? He cracked
Oh, yeah.
him so bad.
If we get time,
I mean,
do we have enough
cracked
time?
him.
All right, I got enough time. I'll bring it back. Do they have it? I'll bring it back.
no, I just blew it in.
All right, tell me when it's coming on
What's
here.
that? That's right.
All right.
I mean, just you got to watch right when the ball is caught. I mean, right about now, and then
he gets nailed. So
boom!
yeah, he's not happy about that.
All right, back to action.
He's not happy about that. Here we go.
All right, on the ball. Never
gonna
mind,
have
there's flag down.
Did they call offsides? What are we calling here?
Defensive lineup offsides.
All right.
Corner lined up in the neutral zone.
Okay, referee's confused about which way to walk again.
Hey, guess who that guy was? He got nailed.
Golly.
It's like, man, oh, man.
That's Chris Cooper.
It was.
And he's
I
a
mean,
good football player.
Yeah, he
It
is.
was. I
And
mean,
I got news for you. Somebody
that's it.
took a shot on him, and sooner or later, there's
Oh,
2.5
there's
more
gonna-
quarters.
there's
of
gonna-
this
Oh,
game.
there's so much more
Somebody is going to rue the fact
There will
that somebody did that because
there will
he's
be
going to
blood.
unload.
There will be blood.
All right, there. What was the gentleman? That was a good movie.
Never saw it.
Yes.
You never saw it? Once again, that's why you don't get invited.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but you and I are not movie worthy.
No, well, I mean, I can understand that. I think.
Now, we can drive to Denver in a day.
Yes.
But
No. You can ride in the car. You cannot drive.
Coyotes
Coyotes right over there.
Kansas, baby.
Okay. For those people that don't know, last year we experienced as the
One of the
referees talk. We work very independently with the WNFC. That's the Women's National Football Conference, and we're so happy to work with them. And we had an opportunity to go out to Denver, and we took a 26-hour. Was it 26 hours?
Yeah.
26-hour road trip. Where I decided to allow Adam Collins to drive the car for how many hours?
I don't know. It was a little while.
It was so.
Let's just put it to you this way: we were driving faster than the speed of light.
Man, it was rough.
But we had to because we were in Kansas and there's nothing there.
It was rough.
Well, it's awesome in Kansas because the road buckles after the snows,
and
it makes like these little ramps.
All right, back to action. Here we go.
All right.
We'll get an opportunity to talk a little bit more about that.
Looks like we're sitting on 1st and goal, boy.
It is 1st and goal, and it's empty. And I think there's some confusion right here on how to play this.
There's a snap.
And there
Quick
was
throw out to the left side.
Touchdown.
He's going to get in.
Wide open.
Touchdown.
I mean, you can't play it that way. There's no way you can play that way.
Touchdown. Big play right here. You got a 14-12 game.
I mean,
big play right here. It's a heavyweight match right here.
We'll break that play back down. Look at you getting excited about
this
that.
is fun, man.
Y'all are going to help break this tent down.
Yes,
Goodness
sir.
gracious. People on the ISS are looking at us.
Probably do that at halftime.
It's crazy.
Break it down to halftime.
I would think so.
Oh, you're killing me with the ISS thing. Though. Every time you say it, I'm looking around for Mr. Rich.
All right. It's all right there, Sam Jackson.
Wayne.
Hang in there. Here we go. It is a total of score of 12-14. The Thrashers down by 2.
So, what are you running right here?
Same play.
I'm going to leave it end zone style and see what happens.
No play.
What now?
No play.
Yeah,
No
don't snap
play.
the ball. All right.
So if the coach pays, then I post. Oh, so he has to go. Who are you with?
Run. Oh, nicely done.
Was he beyond the line of scrimmage,
I
though?
don't think so.
Okay.
That was a nice job.
Huge play right there.
Hey, man.
Heads up by the quarterback.
Nice job of pocket awareness right there, Coach.
To be running but still looking downfield.
I mean, we got what we wanted.
I'll tell you what, man.
14-14?
It's 14-14.
Yeah.
All right.
Indeed it is.
All right. Well, that's a good thing all by itself here. Let's look at that play. And you tell me what happened for that play to be so successful. Keep your eyes on the kickoff. Let's go back on to this play right here. And we got a little bit of time.
All right, so they're in empty.
Okay.
And if you look right here, there's a guy lined up over the slot receiver.
You talking about this guy right here?
I am, but look at this. The safety is over the inside receiver. And right now you got a man playing press coverage in the back. The slot guy's just going to run a bubble. And when he bubbles, the inside guy runs inside. You can't do that.
I mean, there's nothing there.
You got 3 to play 3. You can't.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
mean, look at these guys right here.
And
oh my goodness gracious! And this guy's turned around.
Yeah, because he's playing man coverage on that guy.
I mean, and when you open up the gates,
and if he's playing man coverage, then somebody else got to be playing man coverage.
Oh yeah, somebody's got. If I'm playing man coverage, somebody else got to be playing man coverage.
Yeah, that's when the coverages match.
I hear you.
Low kick, squib kick, mishandled. Picked up at about what looks to be the 25.
Oh, that was real close.
Got a shoestring.
Real close to going a long way down the middle of the field right there.
Well, I think it was all about the person that was grabbing the ball at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Williams
you doing okay?
On the return right there.
Robert Williams?
Robert Williams on the return.
Williams. Nanook? Or was it Nanu?
It was Nanu.
Nanook
was Nuke LaLoosh.
I can understand that. Nanook was the name of the dog from Lost Boys, but I'm not digressing.
Wow, Lost Boys. Great movie.
It was. And
I saw that one.
For those 7
Does that count towards anything?
No. You lose money in that situation. You are not a
Lost Boys was not worthy of watching.
No,
That's
based on how you respond to certain other movies, you lose credentials. Okay.
All right. So look, Coach, look at the difference right now. They're playing 3-on-2 over 2-on-3 over here.
It's not 5-on-2.
No, it is not. And
there's a snap, give off the right side.
This is interesting. That's just a inside zone for 5 yards right there on first down.
Nice carry right there by number 26, Khalil Owens.
So we got a 14-14 game, correct?
That's correct.
It is.
Unless they've changed math.
No, they didn't change math. I'm just trying to make sure it.
All right. So if what I'm seeing, this may be a time for the Horsemen to kind of, pull it back a little bit.
I wonder how much time is left.
Well, they've got the stop. They did get a stop on the Thrashers' first drive. They get the ball to start the second half. You got to eat a little clock right here, and then you got the speed out wide open down here.
Rucker gets it out to Favors.
You better tackle that dude.
Oh, dumb! That's just dumb.
I don't think they're going to throw a flag on that. It wasn't real egregious, but you don't want that guy to get off, because if he starts becoming a factor in the passing game, right now everybody's pretty much doing what they want. They haven't covered anything.
Although I just saw Sammy Johnson let Mr. Rucker know, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. Well, he's been open 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But, here's the thing. If you look at they're playing – they've got 4 guys assigned to 2 people. If you look, their safeties are shaded so much. Now, he's running back to the other side. Ran the trap right there.
Tries to bend it back.
Almost fumbled the ball.
That's Khalil Owens.
We don't have replay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The referee just told him we on the clock. Go put the ball back in there. Let's play.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Looks like they're having a little sideline trouble right there.
Oh, they're trying to get the spot right. All right. Second down right here, Coach.
All right.
I'm pretty sure they're going to throw. I see what they're trying to press up and cover over the top. Oh, here comes a blitz.
Rutgers got plenty of time.
He's got plenty of
across
open.
the middle. That looks like Chris Williams.
They can't handle these guys. I mean, the passing game.
Or is that Favors? Is that 2?
No, that was Williams. We got a penalty, or are they calling timeout? Timeout.
Timeout, okay.
Right now, the idea of coverage is a foreign thing to the Thrashers. I mean, they're doing a heck of a job on offense, and they've got a great scheme and a great plan on how they're attacking the front 7 of the Horsemen. But the passing game right now is just obliterating their defense, and it doesn't matter what they do. They've tried to play combo coverage. They've tried to play man under. They've tried to play zone. Right now, they can't. Their best bet right now would be to blitz 7 and not give him enough time to throw it.
Well, that may be what they come to.
But then if they blitz 7 and they go to empty.
Yeah, you better hope you get there before the ball gets off.
I'm just saying, man, there's just so many people. I mean, it's wide open. And they're giving everybody a free release. And, as an offensive coach, you're going to let me stand back there and make a read while you're playing zone.
And you're not
you're going to let me –
jamming anybody?
You're not jamming anybody? Oh, we're going to, I know I get told to run the football every Friday night by people in the crowd. But if you're going to play me that way, we're going to set the state record for throwing the football, because we're going to throw it 90 times and score 400 points. Well, we won't do that, because that would just be wrong. And I would say something else, but I ain't going to say it.
Rucker and a gun, doubles.
See, they've changed where they're playing it again now.
There's a snap.
Throw it up
He
top.
drops. Good pocket pressure coming in late.
Oh, they tackled the receiver. That's a good job. If you can't cover him, just tackle him. I'm all in favor of that.
Yeah, that's an old defense thing. I can remember we were down in Albany and they threw a flag as one of our DBs tackled the receiver, and I was clapping. I was like, "All right, good job right there, great job." And the referee goes, "Coach, that's on y'all, right?" I was like, Yeah, man, but it's not a touchdown.
Well, that's exactly what that was. He was about to open
You
up.
get 15 yards for that. That's not a touchdown.
That was what Coach Jones used to say. He'd say, "You gonna go ahead and give me that 15 2 or 3 times this game, but they ain't gonna get off the line, and you're gonna get tired of calling it." All right, so if they run 3 posts right here from this corner down here,
Where's the wheel?
and they bring this back out in the flat right here,
He's crossed to the other
Screen.
side, screen all by himself. They got some help out there.
nice job. That was a
got some
nice
room.
play right there. That was a really nice tackle.
Looks like he's going to be a few yards short of the first down.
I mean, that was a really nice tackle.
Good job right there
Gonna bring up 3rd down and about 4 right here,
by
Coach.
Jacob Hughes.
This is this is an interesting down. I'd almost run the football
I
right
think
here.
it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 4. This is a run. To me, this is run the football right here. Because right now they're so concerned with the pass. This guy's offsides.
Yeah, he is.
That guy is
Leaning over the
so
football.
far offsides. Flair.
Well, and then he just stood up and leaned on somebody.
Flair's a touchdown.
Man, where'd he go out? About the 7? Yeah, they're on the move again.
I mean,
That's Jacob Hughes. They're just kind of having their way with him.
I think 11 got away with a block in the back right there. Maybe I was wrong. But this is
people tapping helmets.
I mean, we talked about this, Coach. It's hot.
First time you've really been out doing anything.
They talked about it being dry today, but that the humidity was going to start in tonight and be back in full force tomorrow. So you got a ground mist coming in. You got guys that have been used to, at this point in time, you're winding your body down. You're not getting ready to play the second half. There's some guys out here that are going to have some rough second halves with cramps.
Looks like we got a timeout right there.
It looks like the Thrashers called timeout.
Yep. If we're looking for that CTJ.
Yeah.
You better have it now.
I can tell you right now, there's no doubt.
But it's so funny. I'm watching the body language of a tie football game, and the Thrashers look defeated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But here's the other thing, Coach. They've done everything they needed to do to stay in the game. And if I got to halftime and I was their coach, I'd say, fellas, we're either tied. What if they throw a pick right here? We run it back for a touchdown. We're either tied, we're either ahead, or we're down 7 points, 6 points, 8 points, whatever. And we're not out of the game. Yeah, we are. That's a frightening scene right there, us being on TV.
That's lots of orange.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But that being said, think about it. These guys in the white out here, the Horsemen, the reason their body language don't change is because they've been there and done that a bunch.
Well, it's a lot easier when you've had to do something before. We saw them right off the bat overcome adversity because they started out and they draw the penalty and they're behind the sticks, and then you convert. And, they end up scoring on that drive.
And they have yet to be stopped right now, and they're back here at the 7-yard line with a first down, and they're going to score. If you had to ask me to wager anything, I'd say I'd put it all on them scoring right now because
they're going to throw a fade to Sammy Johnson right here.
They run a zone to the right and score.
To the left, he's in. That's Peanut Williams. Did he get in?
Touchdown.
Yep. All right. When I saw Johnson go talk to Rucker, I thought they're discussing.
Yeah. Now you got to throw me the ball.
They're like, okay, I blocked. Now give me the ball.
I mean, that was just.
Which is a fair exchange.
That was just what we would call that was just inside zone.
Right.
He just stepped over, took the ball, ran in an A gap.
Like I said, they're kind of doing whatever they want.
Yeah, they've done whatever they wanted to on offense. For the most part all year. There's not been a whole lot of. I guess the early in the year they were trying to figure out a lot of their identity, but right now they got it going. So I would run it right. I would run it right.
Got an offset eye. Quick throw.
Oh, he almost caught that one-handed, Coach.
Yep, a little bit out. Like to see that deeper in the end zone.
He was saying, I liked where he threw it because he had the safety back over the top. and he was giving him the throw to the sideline. But if he throws it to the sideline right there, just give him a chance. You don't have to put it so far away from him. He's going to win that battle.
Yeah, well, let's hope that doesn't make the difference for the Horsemen for their sake.
Well, Coach, they haven't been stopped yet.
True.
I mean, they are.
You're right. They've got to stop.
They're perfect on drives, and the only team that hadn't scored every time they've touched it this half has been the Thrashers. And right now they got it. I mean, that's a heck of an effort right there. Just a heck of an effort.
He's really going up after it.
Angle of descent, Coach.
Yeah, just can't hang on.
I mean, that's just, he's a phenomenal athlete. Now, here's been the best play, the best drive starter of the night for the Thrashers has been kickoff return.
Yeah, both times that they were able to score, they had good kickoff returns.
Even the first kickoff return of the game, we could see it. They had it sealed. They got tackled from the inside.
LP out to kick.
They better get enough people on the front line right here or they're going to get onside kicked.
Yeah, because they have one right now.
I mean, this is an onside kick scenario right here.
Still just one.
I don't think the Horsemen got enough people on the field.
1, 2, 3, 4,
they do.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
There's the onside
There's
kick.
the squib.
Hello.
Uh-oh. He's able to hang on to it.
And that's the best coverage of the whole night.
Yep. It was fielded at about the 32, and that's about where it stopped. Nice play right there by number 16, Damian Manning.
Now, let's see right here. This would be a perfect time, in my opinion, for if I was the Thrashers right here, I would line up in tight trips over here to the right, and I'd run.
No play.
I'd run the shallow cross with the inside guy, spot route with number 2, post with number 3, but I'd run the back on the flare to this sideline and try to get something cheap. They got way too many people on the field. I know that much. Well, they broke the huddle with 12, but they let them get away with it.
Yeah, one guy step off out here.
Yeah, they got 9 guys on the line of scrimmage too.
Yeah, I guess they're going to say those 2 inside guys are off.
Mm-hmm. Wide open in the middle of the field. Nice blitz beater right there.
Well, I think they're going to let them have that.
Do they have any timeout? I mean, that's just a great job beating the blitz right there with an inside look route.
Timeout, Thrashers.
We're under 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Thrashers take the timeout. Now, here you go, Coach. I'm going to say it. You're under 2 minutes. I'm thinking you're probably down to 1 timeout now.
I believe so.
So, if you got anything that if you got anything that you like at this point in time from a trick, this would be the play to run it.
A little hook and ladder action.
I like the hook and ladder. I don't think I've ever been able to make it work in the game.
We almost won a game at we were playing at Clark Central back in the day. Last play of the game, like time expiring, kid gets tackled on the 4-yard line. It was beautiful. But we didn't have the kind of speed that Clark Central had. We had right when I was at Rockdale County.
If y'all would have won on the hook and ladder, like Virginia beat Georgia Tech on the hook and ladder one year and made me want to fight everybody in the place I was at. I was just physically sick.
No, we'd have won by 2.
Oh, that would have been, and Clark Central's that's no.
No, they were having kind of a down year that year, but they're traditionally a very strong program.
All right, see if they heat them up. They're playing kind of soft right now.
Their snap, quarterback drops,
going
looks
deep.
down the middle, going
Got him.
down the right side.
Called it.
Yes.
I mean, this is fun right here.
Huge play right there.
We're playing football. You got to get set up. Got to get lined up. Look at the way he adjusts to the football right here.
Good job finding it.
Yes. And a really nice throw and catch right there. Gonna get down there and spike it up. You want to save your.
I guess they got down there and spiked it.
No.
Or they called a timeout.
That's what it looks like. That's got to be the last one.
Where are they?
Right around the
5 or 6.
Yep, 6. Right around the 6.
6-yard line.
You got to forgive me.
But
My prescription is, ancient.
I hear you. You probably burned your last time out.
Well, you're going to throw the football anyway.
That does seem to be what you've had the most success doing.
And if you hadn't been paying attention down here, this is going to be a bunch set, and it's going to have
funky release.
A funky release. And I would be surprised if it's not. I'd be realistically shocked. They're not going to do it. They're going to go to a wide formation.
See, I think you do the funky bunch set down there because I think that both these teams have some of the same issues that a lot of high schools have, where some of the kids that you need to talk to, some of the guys you need to talk to, don't leave the field.
That's true. Well, you could you could also get what you want right here if you motion somebody to set up a rub.
Got heat coming up the middle.
That's why he saw it. So now here comes the inside. Here comes something inside right here, right
There's
there.
Snap.
Got to get rid of it. Can't
Pressure
take
from the
sack.
outside.
See, that's what won the Horsemen. That's what won the Horsemen the championship last year. Pressure.
Is that the half?
And I think that was the half.
Why are they on the field?
That is the half.
Yeah.
You cannot go to the half like that.
Yeah, as the quarterback, you got to at least try to throw the ball.
That is the worst way you go to the half.
All right, well, with the Metro Atlanta Horsemen up 20-14 over the Georgia Thrashers, heck of a ball game right here.
A lot of fun so far.
Real heavyweight slugfest.
And we'll take a pause here and bring the inside the IAFL courtesy of Dave Holt, and sit back and enjoy it. And we'll be back here getting ready for the third quarter, giving my wonderful announcers, Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, a chance to breathe. Take care of yourselves. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Welcome, everyone, to Inside the IAFL. I'm your host, David Holt. Week 4 is complete, and what a week it was. So let's go to the scoreboard. Alabama, a Yellowhammer divisional game. The Alabama Rams against the Alabama Wolfpack. The first quarter saw both teams feel each other out as it ended in a scoreless tie. The Wolfpack took command of the game as Jaubrey King hauled in a Chris Calhoun pass for a 51-yard touchdown. Hunter DeFries for the Rams kicked a 46-yard field goal, narrowing the half Wolfpack lead to 7-3. In the fourth quarter, Jaubrey King caught almost an identical pass from Chris Calhoun, this time for 46 yards, to expand the lead to 14-3 Wolfpack. The Rams added a late touchdown, but it was too little too late for the Rams. The final score was the Wolfpack 14, the Rams 9. Justin Morgan was the key offensive player for the Rams with 221 yards and a touchdown. Quentin Burt was the defensive star with 5 tackles and a sack. Jaubrey King was the MVP on offense for the Wolfpack, setting an IAFL record with 39 yards per catch on 3 catches and 2 touchdowns. Zeus McElrath was the defensive standout with 8 tackles, 2 for loss. Georgia. In a non-divisional game, the Alabama Sabres took on the West Georgia Chiefs. The Chiefs shocked the Sabres early in the first quarter with an early safety, but it only awakened the Giant as the Sabres reeled off 40 unanswered points to defeat the Chiefs 40-2. For the Sabres, Trey Armstrong threw for 301 yards and 4 touchdowns to take offensive honors, and Thomas Sims had 6 tackles and a pick 6 to grab the defensive star of the game. Tennessee, Smoky Mountain Ravens versus the Alcoa Alloys. In the first quarter, Bryson Combs completed a 10-yard pass to Corey Black for a touchdown. The extra point was good. The first quarter ended with the Ravens up 7-0. In the second quarter, Bryson Combs completed his second touchdown pass, this time to Zach Keegan for 16 yards, giving the Ravens a 13-0 halftime lead. In the third quarter, the Alloys scored their first touchdown on a 12-yard run. The extra point failed. In the fourth quarter, Xavier Hagler recorded the first of 2 safety for the Ravens, giving them a 15-6 lead. The Alloys fought back to make it 15-12, this time on a 27-yard fumble punt return for the touchdown. The extra point failed. The Ravens recorded their second safety of the game when Sean Cole stopped an Alloy run in the end zone for a safety, giving the Smoky Mountain Ravens a 17-12 divisional victory over the Alcoa Alloys. Georgia, a non-divisional game, Tigers versus the Thrashers. The Thrashers took an early 6-0 lead in the first quarter, but the Tigers dominated the second quarter, outscoring the Thrashers 14-6. The Tigers went in at half clinging to a 14-12 lead. The Thrashers' defense rose to the occasion in the second half and shut down the Tigers' offense. Scoring twice in the third quarter, the Thrashers never relinquished the lead. In the fourth, neither team could move the ball in this tight defensive game as the Thrashers walked off the field with the victory 20-14. Mick Austin and Chris Crosby were the offense and defensive stars of the game for the Tigers, and Chris Gandy and Dylan Coleman were the top players for the Thrashers. Georgia, in this non-divisional game, the Carolina Spartans took on the Savannah Titans. The Spartans scored early in the first quarter on Joshua Alston's interception return for a touchdown. The 2-point conversion was successful, and the Spartans led 8-0. In the second quarter, Pedro Manigault caught on fire, throwing 2 touchdown passes as the Spartans took a 20-0 lead into the half. Neither team was able to score in the third quarter. The Spartans' defense was solid all game. The Titans scored on a Jalen De La Fuente to Deshaun Moore's 63-yard touchdown pass in the fourth quarter and tried to get back in the game, but their late score left little time on the clock to change the outcome. When the dust settled, the Carolina Spartans had won 20-8. Pedro Manigault was the offensive MVP with 198 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Spartans, and Joshua Alston was the defensive star with 3 solo tackles and a pick 6. De La Fuente was the top player for the Titans with 120 yards and a touchdown. On defense, Damani DeBeetham was the standout with 12 tackles and 1 sack. Alabama, a Yellowhammer divisional game. The Alabama Steel against the Fairhope Storm. The Storm took a first quarter lead 6-2 and extended that lead to 18-8 at the half. The Steel came roaring back to make it 14-18 into the fourth quarter. The Storm scored early in the fourth to widen the gap to 24-14, but the Steel was not finished. As they marched down the field and found pay dirt after converting the 2-point conversion, the Steel trailed 22-24. They got the ball back late in the game, but the Storm did a good job of time management, and the Steel ran out of clock. The Storm celebrated their first victory of the season over the ever-powerful Alabama Steel with the final score of 24-22. Rashad Louis was the Steel's top offensive player with 211 yards and accounted for 3 touchdowns. Tavian Broadwater was the defensive standout with 6 tackles and 4 assists. For the Fairhope Storm, Darius Powell was the offensive player of the game with 3 touchdowns, and Greg Ruggs was the Storm's top defensive player with 5 tackles and a sack. South Carolina non-divisional game, Metro Atlanta Horsemen versus the Sumter Sharks. The number 1 ranked Horsemen went up against the number 2 ranked Sharks in this rematch of the 2019 IAFL championship game. The Sharks took the lead 9-0 late in the second quarter, but yielded a late score in the first half to the Horsemen. At the half, the Sharks led 9-6. The Sharks extended their lead 16-6 on a 56-yard touchdown pass, Bracey to Gilliard. The Horsemen's comeback in the fourth quarter fell short as the Sharks had their sweet revenge with a tightly contested win, 16-12. The Horsemen's star of the game was Quentin Rucker, who passed for a record-breaking 362 yards, and Tom Ellison, who recorded 12 tackles and 1 sack. For the Sharks, Davin Bracey took the offensive honors and Quan Murphy shined on defense. In the Dark Side Division, the Atlanta Tigers lead with a 2-2 record, followed by the Riverdale Spartans, 1-1. The Georgia Panthers, 0-1. And the Atlanta Enforcers, 0-3. In the Doomsday Division, the Georgia Thrashers are 3-0, followed by the Metro Atlanta Horsemen, 2-1. The Georgia Cobras are winless. The West Georgia Chiefs are no longer in that division. And in last place, the Georgia Falcons. In the Highlander Division, the Clarksville Chiefs are 3-0, followed by the Dalton Danger. In the King Division, the Smoky Mountain Ravens are 2-1. The East Tennessee Bears are winless. The Appalachian Outlaws are 0-1. And the Alcoa Alloys are no longer in that division. In the Loggerhead Division, the Florida Falcons are 3-0, followed by the Savannah Titans at 1-3. In the Nightmare Division, the Carolina Cardinals are all by themselves because everybody is too afraid to play them. In the Predator Division, the Carolina Spartans are 2-1, followed by the South Carolina Gators 0-3, and the Hilton Head Sharks 0-3. In the Rapture Division, the North Carolina Kings are 2-0, followed by the Goldsboro Jets at 0-2, and the ever-dangerous Carolina Venom 0-3. In the Reaper Division, the Sumter Sharks, number 1 in the IAFL, are 2-0, followed by the Palmetto Hurricanes at 1-0. And in the Yellowhammer Division, it's the Alabama Sabres 2-0, followed by the Alabama Wolfpack 2-0. Fairhope Storm is 1-1. Alabama Rams are 0-2-1, and the Alabama Steel are 0-2-0. The IAFL's top 25 is a makeup of the greatest football teams not only in the IAFL but in the country. The Southeast for years has produced some of the greatest players football has ever seen, and make no mistake about it, it trickles down into semi-pro football and especially the IAFL. Well coached and brimming with talent, to be in the top 25 is one thing, but to be in the top 10 is to be in semi-pro football's elite class, where the eyes of pro scouts are watching. So let's take a look. At number 25, the Appalachian Outlaws. At number 24, the Hilton Head Sharks. At number 23, the South Carolina Gators. At number 22, the South Georgia Panthers. And at number 21, the Smoky Mountain Ravens. At number 20, the Atlanta Enforcers. At number 19, Savannah Titans. At number 18, the Carolina Venom. At number 17, the Riverdale Spartans. At number 16, the Alabama Rams. At number 15, the Carolina Spartans. At number 14, the Alabama Steel. At number 13.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for some action here in the IAFL. Second half of action here, 20-14, starting the third quarter here. Gentlemen, what's your thoughts?
Great game, man.
Absolutely. Just a big play after a big play after a big play.
And that's important in the sense of, I was probably the most interesting thing is I was talking to the Horsemen coaches at halftime, and I was like, hey, man, let's just get taken care of business. Move on. Hey, good team. That's great right there. I'm appreciative of their response. He was like, they're a good team. On that part, and I'm appreciative of that part. So I was like, wow, okay. If they're willing to say that they're a good team, hey, let's rock and roll. All right, let's get ready for the kickoff here. We got 2 quarters of action here. Glad to have everybody back. I'm Adam Collins with Bowman Michael and Craig Chapman, bringing you the IAFL Network, Score 58 Network. Glad we're on site. Normally we're not on site, gentlemen.
Yeah, this is good stuff right here.
I mean, and I even got you a big screen TV to watch.
The atmosphere has been really, really good.
Big screen TV, I would use that term loosely.
Really? Would you? If I could give you a finger slap right there, I would you, Mr. Loosely. I can only do with what I got, man. It's getting dark out here, and I'm like, we got to figure out what we're going to make sure we get everything else taken care of. So, drones up, ready to go. Let's get ready for some football.
Better make sure they don't kick this to the wrong person.
Wrong person. Strong person.
Well, what you can't have happen. And there you go, smart move.
Yep.
Little squib.
Oh, that's a rough one on that one. Going to the Horsemen.
Split them.
Good job running right there, running hard.
That's a nice return.
It wasn't super flashy, but it got the job done. Nice return there by number 18, Robert Williams.
20-14 here early on in the 5 o'clock game. We watched the Atlanta Tigers really dismantle the Riverdale Spartans. I mean,
fair.
Would you say that it was a game
at
one point, or was it just a dismantle?
I give the Spartans credit for not folding early.
Oh, I mean, because it was 20-0 in the blink of an eye.
It would have been easy to pack it in.
Yes.
Especially after you fumbled the kickoff and they ran it back for a touchdown.
I agree.
To make it 20-0.
Because it stuff like that. Stuff like that, that's that kind of stuff that has me on the sideline going, really?
Is this what we're doing today?
Like when we played John Millage or Life, and I was like, seriously, guys?
Is this what we're going to do?
Okay.
Seriously, Clark.
Seriously,
You
Clark.
serious, Clark?
And that RV going to stay here right now?
Give off to the left side.
Spinning Hurricanana tackle there.
Met immediately. Immediately hit with an underhook whizzer.
There we go. Gain of 1. Probably the least successful play of the day for the Horsemen.
Without doubt.
But we discussed this. Coach and I were talking at halftime. The Horsemen are going to have to show they can run the ball. Because there's going to come a point in this game where running the football is going to become paramount.
Well, because right now, this is the drive where you want to establish complete dominance.
There's 2-3 techniques in a one linebacker in the box, and then you're just going to throw it to a guy wide open running for a touchdown. I mean,
goodness gracious.
That's Chris Williams.
Why would you, I'm just going to punch myself in the face right now because I'm sitting here talking about they're going to have to run the ball, but the Thrashers have not covered anybody.
You want to grind it when you can just steal it.
I mean, I'm sitting here like I'll throw it every down,
but that would have been my thing. You slid them into the locker room feeling a little down because they couldn't cash in. You come out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what's left of your pride in that first drive because it's going to be death by 1,000 cuts. And, where we're going to take a big back and we're going to put them in the game and just pound the football.
See, that just run. All that stuff was good.
But he's got 3 more yards if he just goes straight ahead.
Exactly. Just put your toe on the ground, get what the play has in it. The biggest thing to get running backs to understand is that every play is not going to be, a touchdown. We want to draw it up. On the chalkboard, it is a touchdown. But sometimes it don't work out that way, so stick your toe in the dirt, get what the play has in it, and line back up and run it again. But they'll also take that offsides penalty they got called, so it's 1st and 5 now.
Oh, man.
So,
a little revenge right there.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting there laughing about.
Rucker in the gun.
Jet, and they got the corner.
There he goes. That's Rook Favors around the edge.
Man, they got everything they want working right now.
Well, that's just it. It's almost unfair sometimes if you don't have the personnel to match up with the Horsemen.
And it's not like –
And you have to be able to match them in different facets of the game. That's the thing. Can your O-line handle the front 7? Do you have the speed on the edge to deal with Favors and Williams? Do you have guys who can cover a guy like Sammy Johnson?
Yeah, but all those receivers, this is a clinic. This is a passing game clinic tonight. Not only are the concepts really good, But they got guys running a route that when they catch the football, they know what to do with it.
So is that something they worked on during this pandemic? Because I didn't feel like that they were a passing team up until right now.
But they wanted to be. That was one of the things. The reason they were doing things that they were doing in games because they always felt like touchdown.
So Sammy Johnson finally with one?
I mean, that was just they ran a flare and everybody passed it off. I don't want to cover him. I don't want to cover him. I don't want to cover him. If you look at the replay right there, he runs by 3 guys and none of them want to cover.
But we'll break it up here after
the
this
thing
two-point
is,
conversion.
and to answer your question, Bo, to me, the biggest part of the passing game is the mental side of it. Everybody understanding where you fit into the puzzle, so that you don't have some idiot receiver going, well, I released because he was playing. No, that's not your job. Your job is to clear out.
Right.
Or I stopped because I wouldn't be open.
Right.
Or I faded because that got me open.
Right.
To understand where you fit in what we're trying to do.
All right, so now we got
offset eye. Bring in a tight end.
run the dive.
Fullback dive. He's
Nothing
still up.
there.
He didn't get jacked.
Okay, no.
No, he got driven back
He
on
got
that part.
nothing.
All right, so I will take us off and see if I can get the instant replay back up so we can watch that play.
But, that's the thing, though, is if you're the Thrashers, you keep yourself alive by stopping those 2-point conversions.
Yeah, I mean, you're down 12 right now.
I mean, it's still right. You're exactly right.
And you're fixing to get to run your best play, the kickoff return.
Right, and there's all kinds of time. But you need to drive down and score on this possession, and you need to stop. That's it.
Well, let's take a look.
All right, we got.
I jumped ahead.
I see that.
Hey, man.
It's all right.
You relax.
But right now, they've yet to cover anybody.
All right, so we got a bubble right here from the slot. And when the slot bubbles, he runs by 3 guys, and it's almost like, you have him. No, man, you got him. I mean, if that guy's the best the best receiver, somebody's got to put some hands on him. Somebody's got to make his life miserable. You can't. That's like Charles Demery covering Jerry Rice. All right? If you don't know that reference, look it up.
That's a good reference.
I mean, it's just
the distance alone.
And then the linebacker's just sitting there looking at the quarterback.
Yeah.
Understand where he's looking, drop into the zone, and pick the ball off.
That's rough on that part.
That was not good defense.
26. Listen to you. 26-14 here in the third quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, the IFL Network. Glad to have everybody. Onside kick. Listen to you.
I'm telling you, onside kick.
Yeah, over there to the left side.
Onside kick to the left side.
Where those guys are in some sort of pyramid formation.
And now they're going to give her a touchdown. He almost ran right by him.
The onside kick touchdown.
He kicked it to the wrong. He kicked it right to the person. The one thing you didn't want to do was kick it right at him.
We call that getting Mount Zion. That's what we call that.
That's not funny.
That's hilarious.
I don't find that funny at all.
That's hilarious because I can
Craig
remember
wasn't alive enough to enjoy that one. It was a year before his time.
I can remember
Was that
thinking
to start a game?
That was the Monday's Mill game that we played at Monday's Mill.
we kicked it, but we kicked it hard to one side.
And Keith McLaughlin
And everybody
picked it up
moved that way. Keith McLaughlin picked it up and
ran it for a touchdown.
went around the other side. And
Steve Hughes got fired as the special teams coordinator at that point.
the whole time McLaughlin's running, Terry Bryan's running in front of him, telling him, just give me the ball so I can go.
Yeah, the idea that all three of
Terry
us
was
are
amazingly fast.
Yeah.
All right. So
we deeply apologize. All three of us played for Lovejoy High School during the early 90s. So we
here it comes.
Lots of pressure right there.
reference points.
And there it is.
now it's
That's one of those matchups we're talking about.
well. Now the first half they played it kind of vanilla. That was the first time I really saw them bring a linebacker, and it's an adjustment. I'm sure they went into half and said, "Look, you heard Bo talk about it. Those guys said they were good." And so they went in and said, look, we're not just going to be able to sit here and stand pat. We got to do something.
Right.
So on the first play of the second half, here comes pressure and a sack.
That's always been my philosophy. If you're up against a kid who's really good back there, standing there throwing the ball, don't let him stand there.
Got to heat him up.
We played a team a few years ago, And I would watch that kid pick people apart in the 2 games previous, and we never let that joker breathe.
Nope, no. Not going to have that.
He was running from the time that ball snapped. Drops.
Seam
lets
route.
it fly.
Nice
That was
catch.
a really nice job.
Good throw and catch.
That was a nice job of not killing somebody.
Well, when they had him stood up, that'd have been a good time to try to strip that ball. But
I thought somebody was coming from the inside was going to do exactly what you were talking about with a club to the football, but I saw his feet come off the ground. The next thing I thought was, here comes the slam.
This game is so funny because every time it looks like the Horsemen are going to pull away, the Thrashers bring themselves back into the game.
They just got a penalty.
And then every time it looks like the Thrashers are going to get even, the Horsemen come out and look like $1 million. You know, so it's definitely a back and forth.
So, man, that's rough right there. Not only did they have the
what
sack.
Was the call?
I don't know. I don't know what they called. All I know is that it looked like, the only thing I could guess would be holding.
Yeah, it was a fairly long route, I guess.
He's going to throw this. It's going to be the same route coming right now.
Because it looks like they're bringing pressure, doesn't it? Well, they're backing off now.
It's funny they moved the slots in. That would suggest.
There's a snap. Quarterback rolls.
Got him. Well, that was almost.
It was
a big play.
It was
for both teams.
Yeah. Yep. Talking about a pick or
if he catches that crossing route right there,
everything right there.
That's the chance. That was a nice little mesh. Probably more of a pick than one would really want to let on.
We call that a rub.
A rub.
Yep, that's exactly.
I do some barbecue right now.
And I will tell you, rubbing's racing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd do anything for some brisket right now. I'm hungry.
You know what, man? We need to cook a brisket.
Wait, you'd have to educate me.
Well, what scares me is the fact it's a $100 piece of meat.
I'll participate in that for next Thursday if need be.
Time
What's
out.
going on next Thursday?
What? Oh, you're bringing in? Okay. Next Thursday, we got a 35-foot water slide coming to the house.
So I guess I'm going to end up at your house.
Yeah, you are. It's the 6-year-old birthday.
If I get invited.
Well, you can be my guest. How about that?
It's that bad, huh?
She didn't hear that. It's $10, so she ain't paying. So we're good. So
no, I'm joking. I love my wife. We just don't always see eye to eye.
No. It's what? See the eye to shoulder?
Yeah.
Eye to back? That's I understand that part.
I don't mess with her too much. She's a lot meaner than I am.
Yeah.
So.
Third quarter here of action here. We got an interesting game. We do have really a 2-score lead right now between the Horsemen and the Thrashers. Thrashers are undefeated. However, they're ranked number 10 in the IAFL, where the Horsemen are ranked number 4. They have 1 loss against the Sumter Sharks. I still feel like the Horsemen have the I don't want to say the pathway to the IAFL championship, but right now, as one coach responded to me, I was like, hey, man, can you stop the Thrashers? They're a good team. That was the only thing they could come up with on that part.
Well, this is a do-or-die drive for the Thrashers right now.
It really is. We talk about if they are able to score, it's another concept.
Yeah, if you can't, you're going to have to be able to keep up. You know, if this is going to be a track meet, you got to be able to run.
Well, the first part bad, they needed to stop them out of the halftime, or they needed to score before halftime, and they didn't do that. So that's what's caused this.
Back.
Oh, geez, he lost his balance. He's running for his life right now. Just get rid of the ball.
Throw it.
Good job.
That was a nice job.
Good job. Just get rid of it.
That was a really, really, really nice job.
We might have a Super Bowl championship if we could have gotten rid of the ball. Not that I'm reminiscent of 2016.
But if you're a professional quarterback,
if
you got to know you can't take that sack.
Well,
but if he throws the ball away, the clock stops, and then everybody kills him for throwing the ball away and stopping the clock.
Stopping the clock would have been better than taking a sack.
Why?
Because
the next play they threw a pass and completed it for 8 yards, 10 yards, whatever it was, and it would have been in field goal range, but we had holding. So then after that,
yeah.
I mean,
what is the old frog? If frog has wings, they wouldn't bump their ass every time they jumped.
Yeah. If and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Yes, I do enjoy some candy and
both
nuts.
of those. I think I told both of y'all those.
My dad was always the if and nuts.
Yeah.
He would say that. I always look at him like this too, like, huh?
Yeah.
My dad always made it a little more colorful, but
Yeah, I appreciate you not making that. Being 9:36 Eastern Standard Time, we're a little colorful at this point, so that's no problem.
all right, double
seam route down here. Seam route down here.
Second down and 10 for the Thrashers. I almost called them Spartans.
There's snap, quarterback looking, getting pressure
Good.
just
Oh,
off the
goodness.
rip, gets rid of it, gets it out to the back scrambling, trying to get something.
Got about
Looks like
5
he's
yards.
Yeah, looks like he's going to get about 5.
3rd and 5 here. They're not going away.
They're obviously where they're at for a reason.
Yeah, I would agree.
But that defensive front that we saw in Chattanooga is starting to show up right now. Because they are just, right now there's not an answer.
No.
The ball is snapped and they are smiling at the quarterback. I mean, they tried to throw a quick screen a while ago and he had no chance. Screen right here. They threw a screen out of this,
There it is.
and got him.
Oh,
Got a chance to score
There
right
he
here.
goes. He's down the sideline. He's going to get in.
he is.
Great job right there by the Thrashers.
Well, hopefully we'll have a chance to look
He
at
almost
that.
got tackled because of his hair.
Hair. That was what it was. He almost got pulled back by the dreads.
My hair.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know at home, any part of your hair that hangs out from underneath the helmet is part of the uniform.
I saw the head jerk back,
Yeah.
and the first thing I thought was face mask.
Or horse collar.
Yeah, and I was like, well, what's going on here? And then for you to say that.
Okay, this is a huge play right here. Now, 26-20. If you close this to 4 points,
Then
it's different
then
now.
anything wins. You got to get a stop, though. You hadn't stopped anybody.
No.
What you need is you need the Horsemen to make a mistake.
And are
That's
they going
fair.
to?
And they've been pretty lucky so far tonight.
They've been very good with the football.
We're going to go with our drone shot here for the 2-point conversion. Gentlemen, what would you run? Quickly.
I'm throwing
24
the fade.
naked.
I'm throwing the fade over here to the left.
Why would 24 be naked in this situation?
That was a perfect call.
Yeah, it was there.
You just got to keep it in bounds, give him a chance.
26-20 here in the third quarter of play. I'm Bowman Michael with Adam Collins and One Nut Chapman. And glad to have everybody with us. You get the $10 reference, and you're able to give it a drone filming plus a iPod, and you can ask for anything more. We're not live. You paid for this. I mean, it's okay. We're working through that in that situation. So
I'm glad I've got a new nickname.
well, everybody's got to have nicknames. 26-20 here in the third quarter. Gentlemen, how can the Thrashers stop the Horsemen? Y'all need to talk a little bit about that for me real quick.
Well, the first thing they got to do is realize that the team in white, when they run down the field, it's not illegal to cover them.
They got to get hands on their receivers.
And they've got to pressure the quarterback. They've got to take a page out of the Horsemen's book. They got to just forget about trying to play coverage. They've got to attack.
Well, you got to gamble because what you're doing is not working right now. If you decide to roll up and get in people's faces and then send a little heat,
Yeah.
you may very well get burnt, but you're getting burnt already.
Here
So
comes
what-
the kickoff.
So what's the difference?
We can go back and look at that. You called that earlier when they lined up in that formation. You said they were outnumbered, and they lined up again and were still outnumbered. It's 3-on-2 over there, and you see what happened.
Yeah. Squib kick. Takes a funky bounce.
The ball's dead. There was the mistake. They got it back.
Did they really get it back?
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
That's
No.
Thrasher ball.
Thrashers got it. That's what I'm
Thrasher
saying.
ball.
Y'all saw that before me.
The Thrashers,
Hey,
Coach
did we get that
Collins.
instant replay? All right, we'll look at that.
Coach Collins with just the straight Nostradamus prediction of.
Well, did you see the guys trying to fill the ball?
Yes.
It was real lackadaisical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kind of bending at the waist to try to reach down and pick up the ball. No, you get down and scoop the ball, and then if you look up and there's somewhere to go, you go. Otherwise, you fold up, and they'd have been better off just falling on the football.
I mean, look right there. They're. I mean, that's just the answer to the riddle is that's bad.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, that's just awful.
I mean, if you can't find a handle, get on it.
And now your defense is going to have to step up and do something.
Oh, yeah. Heavens down.
And now you've got an excited Thrashers group.
And now
Then
your
again,
offense didn't even have to screw up. They haven't stopped your offense.
But now you leave it to the point that they don't
Exactly.
have. Yeah. I mean, you did a switch.
They
cut out-
stole
possession.
stole a possession.
Yeah.
That's what you got to try to do against teams like this.
Now, you know, just understand 17 and 13 are fixed to be.
Okay, they don't have enough people over
Nope,
here.
sure don't.
And there's nobody covering him.
And the ball is.
Don't run backwards.
My
I'm telling
goodness.
you, what number is that? 13. And
Darius Gillette.
I mean, these guys, every time they needed a play in the championship game, it was the defensive front.
Yep.
And guess who it was tonight?
Yep.
I mean, you got
And we'll look at it real quick. We got time to switch.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all keep me ideas.
put the ball away. That's not a loaf of bread for your mama. You got to tuck that thing
I mean-
away and protect it.
Freeze it right there. I mean, they got no chance. There's zero chance to cover this down here. I know the blitz is coming, but you got to throw to the numbers right
Y'all
here.
keep an eye on the play.
They're in the huddle still.
Thank you.
Freeze it. Look at the back down here.
It's got nobody
No,
running with
the
him and
other
nobody
back.
looking at him.
This guy's a touchdown.
He is. He's going that way.
I mean, you got to see that.
Nobody's even looking at
There's
him.
a numbers
And
advantage.
the ball goes to the
All
ground.
right, here we go.
All right.
And we've got
Oh,
timeout, Thrashers.
yeah. Well, I mean, this was their game right here.
Yeah.
That they had the opportunity. They did what they needed to do on the kickoff, and you laid the loaf of bread on the ground.
Yeah.
After that, my hands are up in the air.
I feel bad for the receiver just because that's tough to be
Well, I mean-
to be the guy. That,
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, and when you look at it in the sense of, I mean, I'll go back and look at it right now while I'm talking with y'all. Okay, first of all, it gets stripped out. I mean, that's just. I mean, it's hands down. It gets stripped out. When you look at it right here, you see this, and you see this play right here. This is what gets stripped out, and the ball's on the ground.
he never had it.
No.
I mean, he never put it away
No,
because
and then 13
he was
takes it and go the other way.
he was more concerned with making a move
Yeah.
than putting the ball away. And I get trying to make something happen.
I
but,
do.
All right.
You know, you gotta be smart.
9:45 Eastern Standard Time for those people watching on Wide.
There's
He
got
just
that.
ran dart, and it's wide open.
Oh goodness!
Peanut on the carry.
Now, this is where they were really good in that championship game. They just took the second half of that game.
It's like we're at the end of the third quarter here.
We got an injury.
We got an injury.
Sure do.
He blew the whistle. I got excited. Thinking we're at the end of the third quarter. It's getting a little dark out here at 9:45. Who's chewing gum?
That's him.
All right, I'm hearing smacking like I feel like we got Mr. Ed and the horse.
I'm glad you said horse.
Horse is a horse, of course, of course.
I realize this is a pay-per-view broadcast,
I
but we
hear ya.
can't say those things.
No. I just want to know the individual that said, hey, man, we're going to do a show about a talking horse. Who wants to buy it?
Somebody was doing a lot of
No,
drugs.
no. The one that you should be concerned with is Back to the Future.
Why? But just because the whole parent thing?
Yes.
No.
Not. Okay, you say whole parent thing like there's some sort of parenting issue. That's not.
Focus. Call the game. Be
Slots
quiet.
wide open.
You got
These-
Oedipus complex happening.
Hey, Oedipus
Wow.
had his fetus.
Number 9 is
There we
wide
go.
open.
Look at you,
There's a
number
snap.
9.
Give right up the gut to Peanut.
Oh, That was a big hole.
They need to run that again and just fake that and throw the ball to number 9, running wide open down the field.
Well, we do appreciate the IFL. We are glad everybody. Hope we had about 6 other games going on tonight. One particularly in Dalton that had the commissioner, Tracy Ett. Hopefully that game's gone real well here. We're very excited to be here in Stockbridge, Georgia, at the beautiful
Jaguar Community Center.
All right. We don't call him our best cover man for nothing. Here we go.
Rucker takes a snap, drops, rolls to his
Screen.
right. Gets the ball out. I think that's Chris Williams.
Again. Little tunnel screen action.
He's had a big game.
First down. And now moving the chains and eating the clock. Got to be getting pretty close to the end of the third quarter right here, wouldn't you think?
I would think so.
Been a pretty action-packed game. I mean, this has been fun to watch.
Rucker in the gun. Williams off to his right. There's a snap.
Wow.
Give right up the gut again. And, of course, he's met immediately. They didn't block anybody that time.
No.
There was that A-gap.
This could be kind of the changing of the momentum switch.
No, look at them getting up.
They're getting up in shifts.
Yeah, they're more labored getting up each time. They're done, man.
Well, they had their opportunity.
Right. Their opportunity was that kick, was that onside.
It was.
And they know that.
And you look at that on that part to kind of break. I mean, and the only thing you were doing was trying to break serve at that point.
Right. They know this was our chance.
About the fourth quarter.
I think
we blew it.
Fourth quarter. Don't judge me, man.
Oh, geez.
Hey, man, I partake.
That is the end of the third quarter. The Metro Atlanta Horsemen 26, the Georgia Thrashers 20.
All right, gentlemen. So we haven't had much of an opportunity, as my wonderful co-host, Adam A.C. Collins, talked about. He's like, hey, man, we've seen these teams. They've already had rankings. When he said that, I was like, where was he when the first 4 weeks of the season?
There was a lot of stuff. And
you participated in a lot of that.
Yeah,
I think
I don't ever remember anything.
But you also made a very valid point to me one day when we were talking during quarantine. You said you used to look down on day drinkers.
I concur with that. I told my wife, very, very honestly, I said I'm either going to learn to play a lot of video games, or I'm going to work out, or the other thing. And it turned out the other thing worked out more for me. Here we go. But I'm very curious to see how the playoffs are going to play out here in the IFL.
Do you think they'll have them?
Yeah, my stop in my talk right now, the biggest thing that I go into, right now they have a 4-week schedule. We have everything going out to July 11th. Okay. So we'll see after July 11th what happens.
So we're going to be working from headquarters next week?
Well, hopefully we'll have a game. We'll see. The drawback is we did a pay-per-view here, so most of our teams are on the road or not playing at all.
Rucker gets it out fast.
That was a lateral.
Yeah.
And that should be a touchdown for the Thrashers.
Yeah.
Replay that.
Do we have it? All right, let's look at it.
We're trying to see if it was a backwards or lateral pass. If that's the case, it's a live football. Yep.
And that's a touchdown.
Yep, that's a touchdown. Referee, that's a blown call right there.
Yeah.
So here we go. It's be interesting down right here. I think this is this third down or fourth down?
Third down.
Running back.
Rucker looking. Fired to the sideline for first down.
Yeah. Once again, everybody was open.
Sammy Johnson on the catch. He's not a bad one if you're going to have to throw it to somebody.
No,
I mean, he just ran a nice – he pressed off, got the guy to turn his hips, and he just sat it down, plenty of yards for the first down.
There's no doubt that kid's a really good receiver.
Whoever's drawn up this game plan has done an excellent job because whatever they've wanted to do has been there.
Well, and they've been smart enough to take what was there.
Exactly. I still think they were trying to run a trick play. I think they were going to try to throw a
double pass
on the last one.
It's like they're going to heat up.
Well, better be fast. Inside zone.
And
that's a really nice call.
There goes the zone.
That's a really nice check against that right there.
Get the box emptied out.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give right there to number 16, Jacob Hughes.
I mean, in that right now, they're in control of what they want to do right here. They're controlling time. They're controlling score. They're controlling field position. They got everything in their hands. The one thing they can't do is screw it up by making a mistake, which is why it's, I'd like to see them, see how they attack this right here because they're starting to get more people in the box. There's a touchdown down the seam if he wants it.
Quick throw across the middle.
But once again, they're clearing out. Yeah, dude's holding his hands up like, why ain't you throw it to me for the touchdown?
I mean, I don't understand the dance right there.
You don't? You're only down by 6. Why can't you dance?
Well, because if you're making the play on a reception that was 15 yards down the field.
And a first down.
A first down, where's your pass rush at?
I understand.
It would stand a reason to me that you're either getting blown up or you don't understand what you're doing. One or the other.
I mean, there's been no look calls. You got to be back, bro. There's been no chance. Here comes Jet.
And there it goes. They got the corner.
Nice cut.
Good job.
That's Favors again, right?
Yep, nice heads-up play by Favors. Good blocking out there.
That's a really nice job. Favors runs.
That's Chris Williams out there blocking. Chris Williams had a big game receiving, but,
shoot, everybody on their team
he was all in that guy's chest just then.
And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that, Rook Favors runs the jet just about as good as anybody because he hits the landmarks. He gets the ball, and he's attacking numbers, hash numbers sideline. But he made the one cut right there, made it look real good.
Right, got what he could get.
Mm-hmm. But he's running the perfect track. They're going to fake the jet and throw slant backside. Ball was tipped, so they can't throw a pass interference.
They threw it.
Didn't they tip the ball?
I couldn't tell.
Lucky for you, we do not have an instant replay on that.
I thought the guy tipped the ball. I thought that's why it was behind him.
He probably did. Just chalk it up to one more thing they missed.
We've got one angle at this point. We pulled the drone to make sure we can get things going on because the lights are dark outside.
The lights are dark outside.
Is
that the night that the lights
went out in Georgia? I mean, it's a nice – when you talk about the Jaguar and you take it away from it, it's a pretty interesting kind of view here. What's your thoughts, gentlemen?
It's like playing at a elementary school in LaGrange. It's exactly what it feels like.
I got trees everywhere. I feel very comfortable.
Yeah, it's a nice place. I like it.
Yeah. I would like some bleachers. They're over to the right here.
They do have cement bleachers over there.
They do. And we could have set up on top of that structure, but I bypassed that.
Yeah, it's probably a good choice.
Well, I like to show off my tent.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing was really good.
I love what y'all walked up on. And I was like, hey, we look official. I got a trailer over there and everything. I was like, well, what's going on here?
Yeah, I like the fact that it's so close to my house.
Not being Anderson Park, it definitely changed the
Anderson
logistics.
Park, home of the what?
Home of the fifth down.
No, that was Lenore Park, gentlemen.
Well, Anderson Park as well.
Yeah.
Anderson Park's also home of the 300-foot extension cord.
Doc Brown extension cord. Just hold there and lick your fingers and hope you can electrocute yourself.
Because we plugged it into one of the light posts, and it kept throwing.
Yeah, so we had to go to the scoreboard. And I was like, hey, just take it to the scoreboard. We don't have enough. We got another extension cord. Let's give it a shot. What are we waiting on here, gentlemen?
I called timeout.
Okay. These details that y'all keep informing me of.
I mean, that's what we're here for.
I got you a great TV up here with the scoreboard up there.
I'd use that term loosely.
A great TV? You would lose that usually?
The pixelization, I'm not a huge fan of.
It's okay.
I'll tell you, last night, I looked at the TV last night that I thought I was in a movie theater.
How big was it?
I don't know, but
hours?
Yeah, but it was one of those 3D HD things. Man, I thought I was watching NCIS Los Angeles, and I thought I got shot.
Yeah. Start patting yourself down.
What just happened?
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Start referring to somebody as LL. Yeah, did you shoot me? What's going on?
Mr. Hannah.
All right, here we go.
Here comes toss sweep, maybe to the right.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That's the end of the game right now. If they.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Counter sweep, not because he was supposed to, just because he wanted to.
Carried by number 18.
16, Coach. I think that's 16.
Is that 16? Looks like an 8 that's not finished.
That what a 6 is?
But look at it. It looks like the side
I
comes
agree.
up. Well, it's somebody. I'm gonna go with 18. I'm gonna take a chance. That's gonna be Robert Williams.
All right.
But right now the Horsemen, they just take their sweet time.
They're gonna kick the field goal, right?
Hey, be nice now. Just because there's no goalpost don't mean we can't kick a field goal.
Oh,
right?
I was just having a good time, man.
I hear you, buddy. I'm just
Stacks of people up out there.
Running back, fade stop.
They gonna call it incomplete.
Yep.
He trapped it, I guess.
Well, I know one thing. Throw the ball to the running back.
A pass intended for Chris.
Houston, we have it back.
We're back.
Chris Williams.
Oh, we unplugged the wrong thing. It's just details. Listen to y'all. Both of you are like, hey, we cannot hear anything.
It looks like somebody's cramping up.
Yep.
Joey, you got one job.
That's that unfortunate thing about not playing, for a while, is that once you start cramping.
Oh, everything. I mean, pickle juice is pickle juice, but, I mean, it just,
mustard works really good.
It
Really?
does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tums.
These are all things I would have loved to have when I was
Things that have a lot
school.
of potassium.
Yeah.
I remember going to –
Actually, one of the things that I used to do, we used to eat baked potatoes while the pre-games.
Yeah.
I'd make the guys eat the skin, and they get so mad at me. But I'm like, there's more potassium in that skin than there is in 3 bananas.
I remember going to the store and buying – like to the Sam's Club and buying these huge bundles of Tums and walking through on every pregame meal and giving every kid 2. And the first time we did them, they were like, Coach, why are we doing this? But they had Tums, mustard, and pickle juice. And they drank pickle juice from the time we got out of school to the time we went and played. That locker room was rancid. It was so bad.
Jeez.
Socks. They would leave socks in there after the game, and it was. You come in on Saturday or to watch film and grade your film, and you'd open the locker room door to make sure it was clean. You'd be, we'll shut that again. So we're at third down right here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really not sure what's going on out there. I know we had a timeout.
I can put you
Here
on
we
the
go.
lift if you need be.
They're cleaning off the field right now. We're going to get this thing started back at 3rd and goal right here.
Like Coach Thomas is going out there for words of encouragement. Coach Thomas, the defensive coordinator today for the Thrashers.
He's not going to send me any Christmas cards.
Well, the score being 26-20, I mean, this is really –
it's respectable.
It is. I mean, you go with the whole breakdown of the Tigers playing the Thrashers and all that kind of concept. I mean, to me, I felt like the Thrashers had their chance against the Horsemen.
Oh, for sure. Rucker.
He's
Heads-up play
down.
by Rucker, unless they're going to call him in the grass.
He had to be down.
I would hope they would, but they don't look like they're going to. They're going to call an incomplete pass.
Did they say he threw that?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. He was on point all game about not missing stuff, but he's missed the back-to-back plays.
He's looking for somebody. There's somebody that hadn't gotten the ball yet that he's trying to get it to.
Might be. That's a great point.
You know, I've made that mistake in games where I put up my team in a bad situation because I'm trying to force something that's not there because I'm trying to get somebody the ball.
You want them to be happy. You don't want to hear mom.
Oh, good Lord, mamas and daddies. We love you, mamas and daddies, but we wish you'd let us do the coaching.
Run everybody inside and flare the back.
Rucker in the gun.
Legal procedure.
Rook
Yeah.
got a little anxious.
You know, now you have to ask yourself if the Thrashers are able to hold right here, with it being fourth down.
Oh, man.
Does this light the fire for them? Because now a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
A touchdown gets us overtime.
Just think about it. It was
No, Pedro's closed. We have overtime.
Well,
so.
Pedro's already closed, man.
No, it's not. It's open.
I did. I checked.
It's open.
I checked.
It's open.
I checked.
No, you didn't. It's
I
open.
checked.
Rucker dropping. Fires.
touchdown.
Yep.
I mean, that's just
That's what happened. They were too close.
Yeah.
that's just a big body receiver.
Chris Williams.
Chris Williams might be he's not might be. Wouldn't you say Chris Williams player of the game?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt unless you're going to give it to Rucker.
No.
Right.
Williams the player of the game.
And then defensively, it's the front seven for the Horsemen.
I mean, it's just they're a formidable opponent.
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see how they handle themselves in the playoffs. Because 2 years ago, I mean, to me, they still got to place Dalton Danger. They've got to place Sumter Sharks is still a team.
Are they in the same division?
No, but I mean, they're going to. It's a crossover in the sense that they could pull an NBA style, and rank the top 16 teams and play each other.
That works.
I mean, to me,
ain't got enough people out here to play defense.
Everything's up in the air when we start talking about.
They ain't got
playoffs.
enough people to play defense. They ought to line up under center and run the quarterback sneak. They should have lined up under center and ran the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, I hear people chiming in with.
And they're finna get a flag for him kicking the ball right there.
Yep.
He
What
dropped it
should've been
in
done.
perfectly on the sideline over there. There's the flag. That was the best punt of the whole day. Because it might have been the only punt of the whole day.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything on that part.
Unfortunately, as in most of these affairs,
And I take it that was 2-point conversion was not good.
it was not good.
All right, we're sitting at 32-20 here in the IFL. Starting back after the pandemic, this is season, I would say 2A,
Okay.
2B, maybe 2B.
Yeah, but they've chewed some clock right here. That's the big factor.
That's what you want to hope that you
It's
do
not
if
only
you're
did
the
you
Horsemen.
get in, but you chewed clock.
Yeah.
So now even if the Thrashers are able to score, unless they can steal a possession, and even then it's doubtful.
Right. I mean, to me, there has to be a great deal of, what is the word, mess up on
Oh yeah,
the Horseman part.
yeah. The
But-
Horsemen would have to self-destruct.
But I always look back and say, okay, was this a game? Did we witness a good game?
Yes.
The answer is yes. I mean, it was 26-20 in the fourth quarter.
Well, it's not over yet.
No, but I mean that whole kickoff really kind of changed the game.
Yes.
In that part, it really did.
But it's been nice to watch something live
Oh, it has.
and to be entertained.
I mean, that was the whole point of us leaving the house and saying, "Hey, we're going to do this from the house." you know, I mean, I do this from the house, and we're gonna, hey, do this game from here, just because I wanted to get out and see the world.
See the world.
Hey, man.
Go see the world.
Yeah.
Where y'all going? Fairview Road.
Yeah. Stockbridge Jaguar Community Center.
Well, there's a
That's
kick.
a great kick if it stays in bounds.
And it's going to. They got him cornered.
I'm about the 3.
Don't do that.
Don't run backwards, please.
Come this way.
Good job.
About the 7-yard
Wise
line.
decision to go ahead and go down.
Now, see, this is where at the end of the game people just need to finish the play and go play the next play.
And jog off. Instead of getting into each other's faces.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it accomplishes nothing.
yeah, nothing good's going to come from that.
No.
No, just like, I mean, I, on Monday at school, Coach, after you teach me how to use the, you know, what do we call it?
The radar.
The radar. After you teach me how to use the radar, I'm going to talk junk.
Is that a bring back? He called that back. That was a good job. Yeah.
We're going to, I'm going to talk junk to you when I leave the office. And then I'm going to go into Amber's classroom and talk junk to her just because. It makes sense, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just make sure. Then I'm going to send Coach Modest up to see you.
He's going to talk mad junk.
Here we go. We're here in the fourth quarter here at the Jaguar Community Center. I'm Bowman Michael with Craig Chapman and Adam Collins. Glad to have everybody with us. We got Joey Russo on the drone and Robert Reed as well here in the Score 58 Network family. Jennifer Colbert running the pay-per-view piece. Glad y'all could all chime in.
Wide
Snap,
open.
Quick fire across the middle. There he goes. He's got a chance.
I mean, just get back on the ball and do it again. I mean, they're not covering that guy.
Well,
Neither team, though, Coach.
No.
It's neither team. It's almost like they forget just because he's close to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it looks like they got somebody down. Let's see. Yeah, looks like one of the big guys.
It's the same knee.
See how that arm just flopped down. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm done.
Hey, my knee hurts.
Yeah.
You know, and it's already happened once. And it's just the second time, so no. Get somebody else. That and the fact he may have a cramp. All that stuff.
He popped up. It was more than that. I don't know if he'd pop up on that part.
He ain't liking it.
No.
Not at all.
You'd be able to. You'd think that you wouldn't be able to do anything. I had a kid that played for me, later coached for me. We're down at Fayette County. He gets high load. It blows his ACL, MCL, and his meniscus. It's second down, and he gets up and finishes the series with basically no knee.
Wow.
He came back later and finished the season braced up.
Is that his senior year?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And that he was never the same, but, that's the thing is, he's a tough kid.
Did he wrestle?
Not his senior year. He wrestled before that, though.
I was about to say.
I made him wrestle.
I was about to say, if he wrestled on that, woo.
That's not quite the tough guy story that was. The first time he had to make weight, he cried for a solid hour as I beat him about the head and neck, wrestling with him, making him make weight.
Wow.
His brother wanted to fight me because I had just abused him the entire day. He made weight, though.
Yeah.
And ended up being a big contributor to our team.
And there you go. Too high.
Yeah, they're just going to give it the middle. Give it the seams. Pressure. Quarterback scrambling.
I mean, they don't even have the starting defensive front in there. You see that?
Yeah.
That's a nice job of flipping the ball out of the pocket past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That's a good call, too. That's a really nice job. Awareness, good awareness.
Yeah, other than it stopped the clock.
Well, they want to stop the clock.
But I even looked at it because He's right. Pedro's is closed. They closed at 10. Because I looked it up, too.
The funniest thing.
Hang in there, man. I'll take care of you one of these days.
The funniest thing was the other day when
One of these days, I'll take
Sierra wanted to go to Taco Bell, and I found out Taco Bell had steak nachos.
Well, that sounds good.
It does.
That is an illegal formation if they're going to throw the football right here.
Unless they're going to throw it to this guy right here.
Yeah.
Throw it behind the line of
This
scrimmage.
is their screen formation. Again.
That's weird that they threw it to the outside guy with those two guys bunched up right there together.
That's an interesting way to do it.
Was that a decoy?
May have been.
Could have been. I mean, we're talking about a first down right now. We still got an onside kick that could happen if they're able to score. Hard to tell how much time's remaining.
Just got asked who was winning.
32-20 here. Metro Atlanta Horsemen up. They're the 4th-ranked team in the IAFL, taking on the 10th-ranked team, the Georgia Thrashers.
I bet they wish they had brought this offense with them when they played Sumter.
Yep. Two different worlds at this point.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. We're a week away from in the non-pandemic world, we'd be having an IFL championship.
Why?
Did he catch that?
Yes.
Oh, man.
That's a great throw and catch.
Wow.
That is a great throw and catch.
We don't have that on the instant replay, but you're going to see it up on the screen right now.
I mean, if you look at this, he throws the ball to a spot, and they could have called pass interference on that too.
That was a great job.
The safety turns into the receiver, loses sight of the ball. He panicked.
Wow.
He panicked. That was the whole point. He panicked, and when he panicked, that was the end of the.
Okay, what if they get in right before half now?
I know.
Hey, it was. I mean, that whole halftime really kind of set the tone for everything at that point.
Horsemen got to call timeout right here.
Yeah, they're trying to get their bearings.
They had like 113 people on the field.
You can't do that.
It'd be a record if you played that many, though.
Most plays with 113 people.
That was like what game was that? The LSU Tennessee game where Tennessee thought they won, but they got flagged for having too many men on the field on defense after they'd already celebrated.
Make you sick right there.
And then they got to run one untimed play, and they gave up a touchdown and lost.
One of my favorite games was the Georgia-Tennessee game a couple years ago.
The Hail Mary.
Where Tennessee's got them, and I'm like, okay, just don't give up anything big. That's all you got to do, Tennessee. And
dude catches the ball down the left
and
sideline.
I was like, you got to be kidding me. And everybody's going crazy, and I'm getting all kind of text messages, and, people are giving me a hard time because I'm not a big Georgia fan.
Right.
And I don't make any bones about that. And then Tennessee turns around and does the exact same thing.
Oh,
and, man, the stuff like that is so
buddy,
sweet.
I was at $3 Cafe when that happened, and there was one Tennessee fan in there. And when he was giving it to him, and when they scored, Georgia scored, everybody was giving it to him, and he was all just sitting down. And then when Tennessee scored,
that was just amazing.
It
on that
was
part.
awesome.
Right. Here we go.
They got a score right here. Something ain't right. Somebody just walked off the field.
And here's a snap. Low
Straight
snap,
give.
Give right up the gut.
That was a good call.
He's going to be met by a defense. There's quite a few guys. They get in on him right there.
Going to lose a couple. It's going to bring up second and goal.
Buddy.
Second and goal from the 9.
He's just asking for some water bottle, man.
No, I'm talking about the dude on the game.
Okay.
He just stood up real slow.
Oh, he's going to get in. Quarterback scramble. Yeah, he got in.
So at least we're going to see an onside kick.
No,
here.
they got to get on the ball.
They didn't get in?
He didn't get in.
By a yard?
It's hard to tell because of the view.
He's down at the 3.
Okay.
Because they were at the 9.
That's my bad.
It's all right. I mean, we are going to the end that's a long way away from us.
Yes, indeed.
3rd down and goal from the 3.
There's a snap. Quarterback rolls to his right.
Now he should score.
Going to take it in.
Yeah.
Telling that cat he's number one.
That is an understatement at that point.
Did they bust him with a penalty flag for taunting?
I don't think so. One of my all-time favorite games. It's 1995, and everybody that I work with at the lumberyard is a Georgia fan. And me and one of the guys from the window shop go paychecks. And we were at Hooters, and every time Florida would score that year, that was the year Florida won the national championship, and every time Florida would score, I would stand up and run around the restaurant and scream, how about them dogs?
So they did not give him the touchdown or no?
Yeah, that's a touchdown.
It is. They gave it to him. They just blew the whistle.
In case you're wondering, I got thrown out.
I understand that. You're doing a great job staying focused. 26-32.
This is a huge play.
Yeah, this is the game.
Well, I mean, realistically, if they're able to get the 2 point, the onside kick really holds a lot of reverence.
Oh.
In and out.
All I was referencing was if they get an onside kick or whatever.
Sammy Johnson.
Oh, they're going to call game right now. That's what they're calling. You got a coach out there.
Tempers are flaring.
No, it's ball game. That's what they're calling.
You know,
they're shaking hands.
They're frustrated. That's tough.
From a Thrashers perspective.
It's super tough if you're the Thrashers because you were right there.
You were.
You had opportunities and just didn't capitalize.
I mean, it comes down to that. Everything comes down to that extra. I mean, the kickoff where we got the fumble back, and then that second play, that first play from scrimmage.
Yep, and they had a play.
Oh, they did. It was open. He just got it stripped, and that was that.
They called unsportsmanlike conduct first down.
They called unsportsmanlike conduct on the Metro Horsemen. They are going to enforce it on the kickoff. So now they're going to kick off from the 50.
Yeah.
So now if they get the onside kick, they're going to get it.
Well, see, this is where you hope that eventually
inside the 40
that we enact the old what was the name of the league?
XFL.
Yeah, that we establish the XFL like the NFL is considering that they can go for a 4th and 15 play right now, because if you go for a 4th and 15 play right now, it just changes everything.
All right, so where were they? I read that whole thing
Yeah.
about what they were going to do, but I never. Maybe I just missed it.
It's just a 4th and 15 play.
But from what yard line?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I think it's from the 40, but it's a 4th and 15 call. I actually think it's from the 25, but I mean that's.
But it's on your own 25.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that's what I didn't think. I was like, man, that's going to be pretty. You know, if you can do that at any time in the game, you can do it.
You only can do it twice. Right.
Shoot.
But I mean, hey,
I got some bad news for you, buddy. 4th and 15, I can dial one up to get a first down on 4th and 15.
the drawback is if you don't get it, they get it on the 25.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead with it.
I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Like I said, if I'm the Thrashers, you know, this is one of those games as a coach that I'm going to go home and I'm going to replay over over because these are the ones that keep you up at night. You know, when you get beat 60-0, you go home and you're like, well, it wouldn't have mattered what we did.
No, but in this situation, you're playing the woulda, shoulda, couldas.
Yeah, you're going to sit there and think about, okay, what if I had made a different call right here? What if I'd made a different – because that's the thing is as a coach, you always blame yourself first.
All right, so
you know.
Do they have enough people on the field? Am I watching this correct?
5, 7, 9, 10. Unless there's somebody else deep.
Y'all make me so happy when you'll start counting.
I'm guessing this is like a hands team for them.
Here we go. This is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. No clue how much time.
And they kick it deep.
Must have plenty of time.
Must be.
Nice return right there.
That was
about to what, the 25, 15?
Well,
if you can pull out a number, that's pretty good if you pull out a number on that one. Once again, I'm Bowman Michael with Adam Collins and One Nut. Chapman here at the Score 58
Oh,
Network.
jeez, man.
At Score Sports 58. I'm glad to have everybody
Love you, Dad.
with us. Yeah. I mean, if you got eight viewers, you know, you might as well explain to them what's going on. We pulled down the tent. We're out here enjoying life. We're just well, I'm be honest with you, I'm just happy to be out of the house. So that's kind of how I look at it at this point.
Well, we've got a slot formation and a gun formation, so we're obviously not as close to the end of this thing as we thought.
No.
There's snap, give up the middle off the left side. Met immediately.
Now they're sending the inside linebacker every play. There
Got
comes
a
the timeout.
Yeah. So we got to get close to the end of it.
You know what I'm about to say, right?
What's that?
Fade, run the thing, run the inside skinny post, and just run right on down the middle of the field and score a touchdown and end the game.
But you would freak out if he,
I would.
He would.
I would crap a brick for sure.
You're up by 6 and you're throwing the ball. I mean, what?
That's one of those things. That's one of those things. If it doesn't
I
work,
mean, you act like you played a football game at the Georgia Dome up a certain amount of points against a team called Norcross.
Yeah, I did.
You know.
And the reason that we lost that game was probably because offensively, saying the guy that was calling the plays probably got, a little bit too conservative.
Oh, yeah.
I ran the first series.
I would have taken a conservative call in 2016 versus a non-conservative call. So, everybody has their own pluses and minuses, man.
I understood until I realized that there was what was going on.
What's going on? The slot man's wide open.
They're not worrying about it.
They're going to get that ball back. Is that a first down?
Well, right now it's going to be 3rd down and short.
About 2. 3rd and 2.
Quarterback sneak.
Yeah, that quarterback is gigantic.
Uh-oh.
Man, why would you get a penalty over there? Why would you be over there? I mean, there's guys out here that have just laid it out there today, and
the nice thing
beat
is,
up.
And the Horsemen don't play for another 2 weeks.
Well,
they don't play till the end of the 26th. They actually go into Savannah and play the Titans.
It's pronounced Savannah.
Savannah.
I don't know when the Tigers have another matchup.
Playing the Titans.
I think the Tigers are playing the Sabres. Alabama Sabres.
Sabres.
I'm dying to hope to get a call from the Fairhope Storm or the
Alabama Rams.
Oh man, they're playing this next week. I'm hoping to. The nice thing is when everybody came back, here we go.
That was illegal.
Yeah, there's movement for one thing.
Boom!
Oh.
And now he's going to turn the corner, and there's your first down.
There was a hold right there on number 9.
Hold, illegal crackback block.
What are they going to call?
They didn't call anything.
No.
They just let the clock run. They said, nope, not tonight, buddies.
Yeah, you pick your penalty on that one.
We've been here too long.
Are they going to say it's the end of the game?
Looks like we're going to shake it up. Or maybe shake it off.
I mean, you can. Who was that?
Taylor Swift.
Thank you.
I have $3 before you judge me.
I'm not judging you, man. You can say Taylor Swift that quick. That's okay.
Well, my kids love that song. My boys love that song.
Here we go, kneeing it down. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's been real and it's been fun. I'm Bowman Michael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, Joey Russo, Jennifer Colbert, and Robert Reed, bringing the IAFL coming back after the pandemic. And, hey, it's been a success. We're going to watch the Horsemen.
That was great.
Take down the Spartans. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Be safe. We will see you when we see you. Hope to bring you a game next week. Take care of yourselves. They're going to knee it down here. We're going to let it make sure it plays out. And
see if we get a dive over the top again. That's it.
And that's it. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to get the lights going. All right. Take care of yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Be nice. Thank you so much. You what?
I said we're out.
Yeah, we're out.
You gonna leave this mounted?